welcome to another episode of the Damaged Goods recap.
Yes.
So,
soon to be the Damaged Valenccya.
that's very pointed.
Yeah.
Last we left off, our adventurers in an effort to traverse the wastes of Avernus, making themselves to the river Styx and descending into the city of Dis, the second layer, found themselves at the Cat's Catch under the relative protection of Valenccya the Rakshasa. You guys had managed to make it to the, gate to get your vehicles, negotiated, got some leads, figured out that your next sort of motivation was to get fuel for the infernal war machines that you were going to be taking to the River Styx, and decided amongst your friends that it would be wise to split up your intentions, going for an easy target and a hard target. You decided that you would head off to the east or west to a nearby lake of demon ichor.
You don't have to stop it.
Ruby, hang on. The door is blocked.
Ooh, sediments have been so deteriorated that a small burst from either a grenade or some weapons or magic of some
Or
sort
an earth elemental.
may drain the lake, leaving whatever lies at the bottom to your guys' perusal. And it happened. Sphyxer threw a nice old bomb in there. It exploded. The sludge drained, and you found a number of very interesting things. You managed to get 4 soul coins. You managed to find an old crate full of healing potions, and most notably, an untouched set of celestial plate armor, whose
And by untouched, you mean covered in goop.
yeah, it was actually touched because you, in trying to save it from descending into the chasm you guys had created, managed to grab one of the skeletal arms, narrowly be transformed by the demon Ichor, and then through a, clownish sort of rendition of events, managed to get the rest of it from 2 horrifying creatures, which you've only seen a couple times. With your lives barely in your clutches and safety on the shore, the task seemed filled. You got most of your treasure, and you decided to head back to the Cat's Catch to collect the rest of your crew for the more daunting task. The task of facing a war band on Avernus head-on. The Waragashi, the thorn in the side of Valenccya, and whose encampment in a boneyard is off to the northeast. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's totally correct.
But
It's west.
Oh,
it's to the east.
Boneyard east,
Boneyard
Gorge
east.
northeast.
That's right.
Oh, bam!
You know your own information.
Taking it back to the hangar, you collected your team as well as the other devices, and you set off. So I believe the plan was to, on the way, find a safe place to hunker down for the evening so you may get a long rest in before tomorrow's discussion.
Because our hotel was already up.
Who wants to front this? Who's driving?
I'm driving, but I'm not necessarily
I mentioned
looking
Peter,
for a place
Sphyxer, and one other.
I can keep a lookout.
Are these intelligence based?
Who's looking for a place to stay the night?
That's wisdom.
I
That's
can
survival.
Sure. Or
Yeah.
you.
We can do it.
You want.
Do advantage, somebody.
What's
Attention.
Or we can both
what's your
roll.
survival?
I would say that this check is happening over the course
Of, like, the day.
a couple hours.
You should do it.
You
should do
I
it.
think
Are the
we should.
vehicles
I suppose you
intelligence
can do it
based
if you
driving,
want.
Okay.
or
I'm
are they
survival.
intelligence or dex based driving?
That's a really good
Well,
question.
it went from a
Answer
3
that.
to a 2, so
Can I help and give her advantage?
you did.
Val! What's a big juicy 12 get us?
A big juicy 12. We'll see
Oh
in just a second.
no!
Someone.
What if
someone
the druid helps too?
Yeah, someone could redirect Val's attempts.
Yeah, could we give
Can I double
Bodlin
check her work?
advantage?
No.
The
By
circle
double
of
check, I
lands
mean, look for
druid.
something.
Can Bodlin just do it normally?
That's a really good
All.
question.
I'm like,
Yeah,
this
that
looks like a
is-
good place to settled.
I mean-
So I'll
right
say
next
that
to lava.
Bodlin is in the Tormentor.
Yeah, I love this
that you guys are
craggly
kind of
little.
next to. You guys are
cliff next to
running
lava.
the
Eyebrows
Demon
are
Grinder.
I'll
and there's
give
most-
Bodlin
Who
advantage.
needs eyebrows? Right?
Where are you sitting?
I'd probably be in the bigger vehicle.
Okay, Bodlin is in the Tormentor.
Oh, well then
with,
I'll roll my own check.
Let's say Heidi and 2 other people. Gal Sassoon and.
Is there more than one
I'm
person
on the
who's good
back.
at survival?
Okay.
Huh?
Is there more than one person who's good at survival?
Cough,
That's a really
cough.
good question for your expedition. I would say that Bodlin is probably the
But
best.
it's got to be in the
It's gotta be one of
tormentor.
them. Oh.
Bottle,
Okay.
what do you think about this?
Probably best. So let's say Bodlin can make his own check.
I'll make my own check as well. I get a decent bonus to survival.
Okay.
Vidal, Heidi.
Because if it's dex-based driving, I'm not driving.
I'm driving.
No.
Yeah.
So okay. So oh my god. Okay. So we made a check, right? Are we
Yeah.
trying to right wrongs right now? Is that
No,
what's happening?
we're making checks.
We're making
No,
checks.
we made a check.
No, we were
we gave-
supposed to all make
12.
checks.
Were we?
People
Were we?
Okay.
who wanted to make checks
Poople?
should have made checks.
Let me listen to you. What was that?
The people who wanted to make checks should have made checks.
I'm a
That's
poople.
I
understandable.
poopled.
So you guys all selected
You already
her.
made a check 'cause you
she
helped
made her
her.
check,
I know.
and
I'm
I would
sorry.
like to make the other one.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing one per team.
I-
I'm so
I-
sorry.
I know
fair, hell
Grudj
is hell
isn't
and
in the
dust is
tormentor.
dust.
Sometimes-
Grudj is in the bigger
sometimes-
vehicle.
Who needs a rest before I ask? Let's just attack.
I would
Hey,
say,
I like your spirit.
I would say we split up people with message between the vehicles.
Oh, actually, you have Bodlin's character sheet.
I'm in
Roll
the
for
back
Bodlin.
of the
Oh,
big
sure.
one. I'm riding on the. That's I think that's
What's
how we
Bodlin's?
got it. I was on
Ooh,
the
he gets a
back.
+8.
Damn.
Bodlin gets a +8. I'm gonna switch to the dice that gave me 2 natural 20s. This.
Way not to metagame.
22.
Okay, sounds good.
I put on a very bad
So
spot.
I will say about the 3rd hour of travel, as you guys are starting to become rather exhausted from the day, the vibrations and rickety nature of these like machines are getting to you. You spot sort of off in the distance. There's the like long dead skeleton of some sort of huge beast.
That looks like a great spot to camp.
It looks almost like a dragon skeleton that's been here for years and years and years.
Yeah, we could head in there.
It's deteriorated.
Yeah, looks great.
But you can definitely approach it. As you're reaching this conclusion, the other car. Who's in the other? Heidi's in the
I was
other
trying to
car.
figure out like where are we all?
Oh yeah, it's next to you. So you guys are kind of moving in a squadron.
I'm in the bus.
I thought we were because you were up and I was on the
Right
back
here.
and he was driving and I thought we were all in the bus. But I don't know.
Dragon carcass that like is like long dead looking, but
Oh my god, I'm sorry. It's so distracting.
I was like, Peter.
Yes.
You hear a voice in your head that says, "Crack to the east. Might be safe. Bodlin seems to think so. Pumpernickel,
Do I see it?
diamond butter. Don't respond to this."
Okay, I look in the direction.
And then you see the tormentor starting to veer off to the
Diamond butter,
side.
what's that?
Yeah,
There's this
I
sort of like separation of earth where it seems like one of these dried like stone things sort of shifted and raised up. It's made sort of a crag that seems relatively fortifiable.
Yeah.
But it's your choice.
Okay. Let's go check it out, and then let's see if we can get a vantage on our destination.
Yeah. The machines veer that direction. It's about 10 minutes before you make it. There's a pretty reasonable shift in the earth that goes about 20 feet down and is laid with soft and packed sand. Nothing's inside, but it seems pretty safe.
Can I see the back of this
Yeah.
cave?
It's like almost. It's just like a shift in earth that was filled over time.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't look like it goes anywhere. Sphinxer.
Yeah.
You want to come with me for a sec?
Why?
We are going to take one of your telescopes and go see if we can find where the base is.
Ooh, like scouting mission.
I grab him. And I fly up to the top of the crest.
You stop doing this.
At least give him a warning, Peter.
Warning. Let's go.
I'm gonna look at Memnon and say, based on the size, 3 overlapping domes should cover the group.
I believe so. You should be able to keep ourselves relatively safe, thanks to. Did you scout this out?
I can take a look. Yeah, I get up there and...
Yeah, you want to help us?
Yeah, I'll say 3 domes from Vander.
You should roll some real dice.
I
You got
should.
real dice in
and
front
then
of you.
can throw the last one.
I will roll.
Or actually, I say hold on. That's
Yeah, I'll just ritual. Dome.
18 for a perception check. I get on the broom and I scoot around the perimeter a little bit.
Do you fly up to
yeah.
where we
So
are?
I'll say with
or-
an 18, you notice off about fucking a mile's distance to the southeast, sort of a plume of rising, winding smoke that seems to have filled the sky. It's connected to the clouds and has like just drifted for quite a long time. Beyond that, you see sort of like a spine-like ridge off to the north, and I guess the chaotic miasma of various horrifying features, meteor strikes, things like that.
And then there is a small encampment. Where was that? Mile?
Yeah, it's about like a mile off to the west, the southwest, in a flat plain.
Okay, I would see that and.
And you
share
kind of
that
see it
info.
on the razor's edge of the horizon. Like
By
it's,
nibble.
I'm like sitting up on the top of the ridge that we're hiding under right now.
Okay.
And me and Bodlin, or me and Sphinxer are kind of laying on the ground with telescopes looking in
Zoom
the
down
direction.
and you hear like me lightly touch ground on the broom and I'm like, hey, check out that encampment over there with your glasses if you can.
Perception.
Do I get advantage? Because I
What
got
do your
the
tiefling
thingy?
eyes see?
Yeah. You do.
3.
No.
1.
Use a different goddamn
So-
dice.
I rolled a 6 and a 5!
The energy over here is wild. I
Those
also rolled
those
a 2 and a
BD
3.
blessed dice are cursed now.
Hold on. Where's Peter?
Oh, he's on top of that sort of like thing that we described.
Yeah,
earlier.
remember?
The
This
precipice.
is Fixer. He's got a
Find your
telescope.
character sheet, Miss Ruby.
I'm pretty sure I get a -1 or a +1. I'm not sure which one of those.
Girl, how long have you been playing Peter? She's right there.
How long have you been playing theater?
Oh! No, I said
Peter.
Peter.
Perception +0, so that's a 3.
I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, what are you seeing?
Give me the glass.
Okay, I
Both
get it.
have the glasses.
Okay, I put them both up to my eyes because
Do I need to come up
I'm gonna
there?
roll 4 dice.
4 advantages. Here's
All the
my
advantages count.
What?
Here's
2
my
per
dice.
eye.
15 plus 8, 24.
24.
Guys, it's right there.
You do
23.
see a fortified, I guess, what am I trying to think of?
Like when cars pull together in a circle.
No. What am I trying to think of? It's like a base.
A fort.
fortified base.
Oh.
So there are, first and foremost, a wall of skin and various bones of large creatures that like curve their way towards the sky about 20 feet high. At this vantage, you can see 3 tower-like structures made of bone and wood and
Describe it, Valenccya.
skin.
Yeah, as I'm looking,
I know,
I'm like,
I
I
got you.
see
What you
walls.
No, I was just gonna ask, is it like a frontier fort where the posts are woods, but instead of wood, it's bone?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's
and
what
then
I-
between them, it's what you it looks kind of like hide, and there are set in front a bunch of sharpened
Like,
shards
yeah.
of bone that are like in the ground.
Like if
facing
people
off.
ran, you
Does it look like Lincoln Log bones?
Not the wall. It's more like bone, hide, bone, hide, bone,
Oh,
hide.
okay, sure.
But in front of that is just like spines of bones, like right in front.
Fuck yeah, explosives. Okay.
I will say, beyond that, you can see smoke rising up, And with that check, you notice that to the south edge, there appears to be sort of like a piece of the periphery of the fort that is like jutting out a bit and doesn't seem to be connected to anything. It looks kind of like it could be part of a gate, but you're not sure.
And that was toward which side of the?
I guess it would see to the north.
To the north side.
To the northern side.
How long do you think it would take for someone like Nuanen to fly a mile?
I don't think we need to send her alone.
Yeah, I've actually
No,
got
no,
an
no,
answer for that.
It'd be me, Spixer, and Nuanen.
Hold on.
She can breathe in the smoke clouds,
I'd feel
and
better.
I can as well, and Spixer can hide in my bag.
Being honest, I'd feel better if we did it in the morning.
My
Oh,
flying
yeah.
speed's equal to my walking, which I believe is 40.
So you would have no
Lethal
problem.
boots, up to 4 hours or in shorter flights.
It would take you less than 8 minutes, probably.
Expires. Yeah, that'll be fine.
If
What
you're
is
walking the mile, I think
12
10 to
minutes?
11 minutes.
45 is my speed, so 45.
So you get 4
Thank
hours
you,
a day.
American physical education.
Okay, so I'm gonna fly back down with Spixer.
Oh, Spixer's gone.
How did Spixer get down?
Yeah, after the conversation,
Scrambled
after the telescopes were used,
Okay.
He just kind of like did like a tumble roll, breakneck
You're on
sort
top of like a lip,
weaseled
probably just
into
went down the dune.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a cliff?
It's not a cliff. It's not like 50 million feet in the air. It's like rises up about 40 feet above the basin of it, which is 20 feet down.
And he just did like a
0, 20 to the lip, 20 above.
He could have teleported. You don't know.
whatever
Magic
he did.
things.
He's
Whatever.
sneaky.
Yeah.
He's a sneaky little baby.
Gravity, baby. It'll take you right down.
He did
Oh,
the
Sixer's
Captain
right
America.
next to you. You didn't see him for a second. He's right there. What did you need?
We're going back down to the group. We're
Uh-huh.
gonna make a plan.
Okay.
You there too?
Huh? Yes.
You coming?
What? Yeah, I'll go. Take off the group. Back down to the group.
Okay. We're attacking the thing about a mile in that
Did you
direction.
give his telescope
Excellent!
back to him?
Nuanen stands up.
Yes. I did.
Now?
Did you give
Tonight?
his telescope back to
We
him?
should
I gave one
figure
telescope
out
to
how
him
it's
and
gonna
one
happen,
telescope to
Okay.
Peter, not knowing.
and then determine when it
difficult
should
it is.
happen.
She sighs and sits back down.
Some tea.
I have some ideas, and I would like you to be there for those ideas.
We can scout out at night.
This isn't more drinking
There
your
is
own
no
potions for you, is it?
Right.
But we could get all the way there and hide in the creepy black clouds in the sky. You probably wouldn't do too well.
Do we think
But
anything
you would
else
do
is
fine, and
in
I would do fine.
The clouds in the sky.
Yeah, but doesn't Nuanen's flight only last 4 hours?
Yeah, it should take her 7 minutes to get there.
Yeah, getting there, but how long are we waiting?
Well, hopefully we'll only be there for about a minute.
We're like setting up the.
And then we'll
domes.
come back.
Oh, they're already,
Yeah,
they've been
yeah.
doing that.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about a
The rest
preliminary
of the crew is
planting of bombs.
Oh,
or
okay.
they're
We're at
scouting
least
out.
having a conversation in a like cooled dome.
So here's the
Yeah.
thing
Ooh.
that I have issue with is there's only 3 of you if you do that.
I could go with his back.
So
I'm
if you
hoping
get
it'll be less.
caught-
I'm hoping it's like 2 of us. And also, I've never seen a knoll fly before, but we both can fly.
Oh, I
But
saw
I've also
a
seen
knoll
them
in a
track us
catapult once.
while flying.
It flew for a little bit.
True, but I can make us both invisible.
You have.
And we only have to be invisible from cloud height to ground to cloud height. But we could just travel in the clouds all the way there.
And you're sure there's nothing magical that these fiends
They're not
have?
fiends, they're demons.
Those are fiends.
They are fiends.
Both are fiends.
Yeah, but demons are less inclined to use magic. Devils
Okay,
are
where are
much
you
more
getting this
inclined.
Where the fuck are you learning this
He's
information?
like, my mommy. Bedtime stories.
I did learn
If
a
we want to
little bit
proceed, I'm
about
gonna need
devils.
a nature check.
Natural 20.
Okay,
Be
you were
nice
really
shit.
into demons as a kid. You got a whole demonology book.
Your
The
parents were
fact,
educated
the
you
fact that I was
otherwise.
sold
honestly.
into my family
You probably had an
probably
obsession with
means I was
demons
taught
to
a
look
little
stuff
bit
up.
about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say your parents hated this part of
Like 12
of
year
your
old
learning.
Peter, 12 to
Being
13.
far
You know,
too
some
into
kids go
demon.
through their dinosaur phase,
And
like
devils,
some
yeah.
kids go through their demon phase, you know?
Yes,
But anyways.
okay, but demons also have natural abilities that make up for their lack of belief in magic.
Oh,
Yes.
Grab his booty.
Black's
Booty's
booty
heavy.
fanatic.
Okay, but as far as detection is concerned, I don't think that the gnolls have a lot of options.
You can smell. and
There's
hear.
probably
Did you see how many there were? About
No moving.
approximately.
Nothing.
And they're
moving.
not here on the
No-
behest of a prince of demons, right?
there's definitely a big bad in there for sure.
It's got to be a leader of some.
I don't know what it is or who it is.
Like, it
we-
couldn't have to do with, like, an interest from Yanogu
I could
into
wander
a
over
plane
to
of
Dial
infinite warfare and suffering.
See.
Okay, so you're going straight to worst case scenario.
Does
I
that-
don't know if that's the case.
So they're out in the middle of nowhere, right? On a flat. They're just there.
Yeah,
They're encamped.
I
It's just
procure a-
out in the open.
I procure
What
a
if we
glass.
surround them
Yeah, and
and we
I
all try
show
to
you.
infiltrate their
I think
walls?
it's-
in
I think it's
different
kind of like
ways?
it's kind of a big small camp.
You did not
What
see
does that
it, by the
mean?
way, because you failed your perception.
You described it.
What does that mean?
Here, I get out a spyglass, I find it, I set it up, and then I call Nuanen.
Up in the air?
Yeah.
Where?
It's just around the bridge.
Oh
It's
my
fine.
god. All right, I look through the spyglass. I look at it. I look.
See, there it is. See how the names are?
Perception check!
What is it? Yeah.
Is it with advantage?
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah, why
I
not?
set it up for you.
It's a spyglass. You're supposed to get advantage, but
Come on.
So what's my perception?
You got this.
17 plus.
yeah, it's a 17.
Why did you roll
Don't
again?
roll for her!
Because it's advantage.
Don't roll for her!
Let's all, have a
Always
little,
roll.
let's all have a breath together. 1 second. 3, 2, 1, breathe in. Okay, that's wrong. And then breathe out.
Why? 17 plus 5.
I'm sorry, I rolled.
No, it's okay.
I didn't realize it was going to be such a huge
22.
problem.
I'm just being a bitch. It's fine.
You can see the similar face. So the
Okay.
the same sort of like 2 towers and then 1 tower behind on the other side, as well as you can see.
What do you see, Nuanen?
So did you describe that like flat door thingy?
Yep, I would have
Okay,
said.
so there's 2 towers.
You can't see that.
I can't see that. Never mind.
So
far
the
on
door
the
thingy
edge.
is not visible at this point. But I will also say that you can see sort of a trail of dust approaching, or maybe leaving away from
Okay.
behind this encampment. That's separate from the smoke that is rising.
It
from
looks
it.
to me like they have people coming and going from the back side of their camp, so maybe there's a way to get in.
I thought I saw
Okay.
maybe a
That's how
gate
people
at
get
the
in and
earlier
out?
event.
I
I
mean,
don't know. From the description, it sounded like the walls were made of skin,
There's
and
dust.
we're driving like
what do you
tanks.
guys think? Alright, so here's the thing. How many. Okay. Wizards, put your hands up. How many of you have access to polymorph?
Heidi raises
Hold
her
on,
hand.
hold on, shit.
Alicia does not.
Let's say most of the wizards know polymorph. That's-
I'm pretty sure that 5th level gives you access to 3rd levels. Yeah, so no polymorph over here.
I
Okay.
straight up did not check Vander's spells. That's so
he
funny.
does not,
I
but I
guess
will
not.
say that he can
He
prepare
could
it.
prepare it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do we think about.
A bunch of T-Rexes attacking the base.
We are not. Okay.
Peter.
Metagame thing. I've already looked at that. Not something we have access yet to.
What was your idea?
Because we are not high enough level. But what if we were to say, have a bunch of us transform into, say, giant eagles? Transport all of us above the fort and then drop ourselves into the middle of it.
That's a good idea.
There's no walls then to contend with, and we can blast at the creatures from within.
For reconnaissance.
We also have no way out
Wait,
though
it's
until
called
we
the
fight
bone
our way
pit,
out.
right?
But we could recast.
It certainly looked, or it certainly was sort of described to you guys last session
Sounds
as like
fun.
a pit of that was used as like a graveyard for various devils.
So
and
the middle of it is just like a huge hole in the ground.
We drop into the middle, take out the main guy, and leave.
You think all we need to do is take out the head of this warband?
Gnolls are prone to a lot of infighting.
Guy.
What about the towers with the big guns
Typically,
on
when
them?
you take out the leader, it does at least weaken,
Cut off the head of the snake.
because then
Kyle.
people don't exactly
Yeah,
know
but
what
the
to
rest
do.
of the snake is covered in guns.
Do we know the name of the
But do
leader?
they even like their leader?
The
Waragashi.
Waragashi?
I don't know
Is-
if it matters if
is-
they like
The
them.
leader is
But what I mean is you kill the leader and they might falter.
I thought the Waragashi was what they were called.
It's what their band is called, but it's also the name of their leader.
Okay. So it's like they're the police and they're led by the police?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I'm Nuanen Tamani and...
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Are you the leader of your tribe?
No.
And you left?
No, it's not exact. It's... So
It's
the
not
name
exactly
So the name
that?
of the water of Gashin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could drop it. She is faltering. She's we
How
could
is
drop.
Nuanen.
Bleeding, and we should probably.
We're gonna
Yes, we should.
Nuanen, we're
We
gonna
should.
put a pin in that conversation. But we should cut off the head of the
In a
snake
way.
and get the fuck out. Because honestly, all we've been asked is to kill the head of the Waragashi. That I know of.
Have you seen any vehicles?
Vehicle. Nuanen saw some
any
heading
vehicles?
away.
It did look like there's a lot of dust, kind of like when we were traveling. So I'm assuming that they had a band of decent proportions or a vehicle, as you call
What
it.
if we send our motorcycle at one of the towers covered in bombs?
What if I fly at
mean-
the tower covered in bombs?
I mean,
Except without the kamikaze part. I
We
could
could ask
just
a-
make a little drone
We could ask an unseen
that just keeps
servant.
it driving straight.
just to remind myself, Valenccya, you saw that the bone towers were inside of the mesh walls, yes?
There were 3 of them, and they were
You said connected. They're
connected. Yeah.
Oh, so they're part of the exterior wall.
Compromise. What if
Okay.
most people drop into the center, but we have a few
I mean,
people attack from the outside?
Honestly, what if we drop
Splitting
3
it
groups
to-
onto the bone towers and we drop a strike team into the center to get to the Waragashi?
I mean, if we take control of the whatever's on the bone towers, I'm guessing it's guns.
I think we need numbers.
Xander sighs from like writing notes and is like,
We can't.
"What information do we know about this?"
We need more.
They're in the
info to
middle of
plan.
nowhere, and they're in an encampment.
They're demons, they're gnolls.
But they're vulnerable from every single side.
They hurt when they shoot you with their crossbows.
But they
They
We
would
need-
seem vulnerable from every side.
they wouldn't choose to settle in
True.
a place that didn't give them an advantage.
They
that I
can
would
see from
assume
every direction.
We can't see.
I don't know if we can assume that their choices are logical.
We might have to blow them up from the
The
inside.
fact that they built a base around a bone hole feels a little like
What is a
you know,
bone
maybe
hole?
their decisions aren't that great.
It's like a hole with-
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, it's a hole for boning.
Something else in Neverwinter.
What?
It's something else.
It's just a hole full of
It's
bones.
just
Like
a
a
hole. It's a
valley
hole
full
full of
of-
bones. Nuanen.
Okay, like a graveyard?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorta. Except there's no graves. It's just a giant hole full of
Like,
sleep-
imagine a hole that you pitch just dead things into.
We
Like a
sleep
mass grave.
and
Yes.
dream of
Yeah.
bone holes. We'll go there in the morning.
Wait.
I'm okay with whatever
So
we
your
decide.
plan
Let's
is
just,
go there in the
let's just
morning.
get it done.
Well,
Okay.
we're not going there tonight, are we?
So the plan is go there.
I think I'm like
in the
in my
morning.
bedroll. I'm like,
I feel, personally... Hello, sir. Come here. Thank you. Hi. I do feel as though taking control of the towers is going to be key. As from what you've described, Valenccya, it seems like that is the larger conglomeration of their physical prowess.
well, it gives them a vantage point for certain.
Taking control of those, we could gain the armaments within.
Could split into 3 and then.
So what if we drop into the center and we have a team go for the towers to take control of those, and everybody else look for the boss?
How many strong is our total group? I believe we are a total group of 11.
We do have a small
8 in the main
army.
vehicle, 4. Wait, is it 2 in the tormentor and then 1 on
There are
the
11
tormentor?
of us.
It's 2 on the motorcycle, 4 in the tormentor, and 8 in the
So we have a total group of 14.
right.
Okay.
So if we took, honestly though, if we took 3 to each tower,
That's what I'm saying. Why
and
go
we
to the
did
middle
1
and then
to
go
the,
to
and we
towers?
did 6 to 1.
6, 5, 5.
And
No.
we would need
No,
we would
6
need
to
muscle
the middle.
on each tower. So you two would have to split up for sure.
Along with the
Along with Ignatius.
Which,
We could-
hello, we've never met. but-
We could bomb one of the towers. So we could do muscle on
could-
2 towers.
we could
Once we knock
we
the
could-
towers down.
We could simply eliminate one of the towers, constrain the other 2,
And then divide and conquer.
and send a strike force to the main group.
So
We're only seeing this from one side, too.
Yeah, Vander does the best usually when he gets multiple vantage points on something. So I think if we can get Vander points, if we can get more knowledge, our guesses will be better.
So we're talking about finding the edge cases here. So what is your idea, Vander?
Well, information is very powerful.
So scouting? Okay,
well,
I'm all for it.
I think that we should, before we make any hasty decisions. We don't know how they're defending themselves, and if they've been here for so long, a group of demons amidst a sea of devils, and haven't been eradicated, then there's probably a good bout of defenses that we're going to have to fight through.
Right.
We've explored the options over. I'm not opposed to the idea of dropping in, but it does put us in a vulnerable position in the middle of their field, their full brunt of attacks against us.
We would have to fight out, and if we can't, we're stuck in there.
You said over.
We could go under, Bob. Like surprises you all from behind. We could make an element one and dig our way
Does
into
the
the
demon
bottom.
rider go
I would.
underground?
I correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that we are. The main task was for the head of the Waragashi, not the Waragashi as a
That
group.
is the question. What is the reason that we are here? Is it
Soul coins.
to eradicate the Waragashi? Is it to take the head of the Waragashi out? Or is it to refill what we need refilled?
Yeah, I'm gonna vote on her hand.
Yes. Valenccya.
Soul coins?
Yeah, that's what I'm
That
here
is
for.
a good option.
It is a important option. I also simply enjoy the idea of Bazaka owing us another favor.
Also,
Mithraka.
question:
Mithraka.
what is the currency exchange for a soul coin
To
on the
gold?
material plane?
I don't think you can take
There
that.
is not one.
Are you
They
sure?
are not as valuable except
Yes.
for in academic circles or
So you're telling me it could be a
further
lot?
like.
Peter.
No, I mean it's
They are
worth a lot to a lot
It's
of
like
people.
it's like donating a relic to a museum.
So one
Except
vote
the
we have
museum is the
for
richest
soul
organization
coins.
in the entire world.
Does anybody think anything else?
What are we voting on?
We want to scout. That's the
Well, I do
that's the
agree.
Vander
We need to understand-
perspective.
The question that he was posing, Amemnon, was like, what is the reason that we're here? Is
Yes.
it to take out Mithraka or the Waragashi as a whole?
He's, like,
Is
looking
it to take out
for
just
us
the
to answer
Waragashi,
him.
or is it to get the soul coins?
Well, the soul coins
I
are a
mean,
big
quite
part.
frankly, the primary goal is the soul coins for us as a group. However, I cannot imagine an additional favor being owed
Now,
is not
What
good.
is the value of having a high-level devil under your thumb?
You can
Anyone
manipulate
Well, first
them?
of all, you have to decide if that thumb is gonna like move around or not too.
Precisely.
It's a devil, so having it under your thumb that doesn't really mean
You
much.
say a
So
very
we-
flexible devil
so we
that
go
doesn't
for the
have any
coins.
ties to their administration, someone who works on their own accord and has a bit of might behind them might be what?
A good.
Very valuable.
Advantageous?
Right.
It's only valuable if he honors.
And
Anything.
Mithraka had told us
It's not
that
a demon, it's a
it
devil.
would be useful for him to have this
Their
huge
word still
problem
is their bond.
taken out.
If it's
Now-
written on paper.
What do we know about demons?
They don't give a shit.
They're chaotic.
They are.
Thrive
what
on
else? What else?
torture.
They
and
thrive
evil.
on disorder.
They do.
They got low perception checks.
Looking for something very specific. How do demons reproduce?
Through
Nice
the
lucky.
ichor.
Whoa, wait,
Through
what?
the ichor?
A number of different ways. But
Oh.
like a disease, they spread. Their numbers can grow seemingly out of nowhere, and they become a big problem very quickly. So, if we were to take out the head of the Waragashi, what would happen?
The demons may be reduced to infighting to decide a new head and could
They may.
reduce their own numbers quite quickly.
What if one of them
They very
starts
well
to
may.
They could come
get
after
stronger?
us.
Like it's like a passing of the flagpole or something.
Oh. You mean take out the number 2 as well, then?
I'm gonna roll it. Can I roll a check?
Sustained chaos needs leadership.
I would like to know if this is knowledge that people know about.
What do you mean?
I mean, if the head of a demon army gets killed, does like one of the other demons just all of a sudden like
With your vast knowledge of demonology, please roll a nature check.
I suppose we could prioritize the coins, and if we can also take out Watagushi and take him out.
I'm not gonna
Or
lie,
her.
but I'm pretty sure that the bad guy
I
in there
I'll
is
give
like
you, I'll give
popping
you
a
advantage.
squat on the coins.
As a person with
in there.
proficiency in nature, I'll give you advantage.
Oh, wait. I've got good nature too.
As you both think about it.
Okay, that's one better. That's one better. That's good.
Since we're gonna go into a long rest, you could always just.
That's what it sounded like when I drank the Ichor.
24! A void of power is usually filled. If
Is it filled forcefully or just by coincidence?
by necessity. So like if there is a group of creatures that whose goal is to spread and to like they will fight each other to the point of the most powerful person sitting on top of
The
the hill.
strongest is the
It's
leader.
a game of King of the Hill. Just like how hierarchies tend to think that they're absolved of savagery, it's the same game with different rules. Like, they're gonna fight each other until someone is like, fuck yeah, I won. Whether that be against 3 people that turns into 20 eventually, or they rise in the ranks quickly and take over. It's
Wow.
bound to get a leader.
It sounds
you
similar
And
to some
what's to
parts of
stop
the
them
forest.
from going, whoever kills the invaders gets to be the new head?
Well, I think the
You'd
point
have to
is
stay
we
long
get her
enough.
out of there.
Basically,
I
instead of
roll a
fighting
his-
amongst each other, what's to
He's
stop
not
them
gonna
from
come
being
out.
like,
Can I roll a
whoever
history
kills
check?
the most invaders gets to be the head?
As a player, but as like Grudj, like the strongest is the leader in demons. Period. It's not like devils where it's like the most
like
crafty
it's
and the most
logic.
conniving. It's
So
demons
they
are
have hierarchies.
strongest.
They have hierarchies in the same way, but you're right. Well, okay, so like I don't think you need a roll for this. Base level intelligence as a wizard, like demons and devils operate on completely different sides of the spectrum, but the hierarchies are very similar. Devils usually use intelligence and subterfuge to like get their point across and to raise in the ranks, but hierarchy is very important to them, just like kings and kingdoms. Devils, usually it's less about being the most conniving and it's more about being the most powerful. Power manifests in a lot of different ways. And so like, you know, but it's probably, the strongest is probably the one on the throne.
But I would know also like the head of the demons is the head of the demons currently because he is the strongest.
Probably.
Yeah.
Not
I feel
because
like
he
that's
lied
way
about being the strongest.
Not because he lied about being the strongest.
but
Not because he has a
killed
lot
the
of
shit
people.
out of
He
so many
But
people.
because he killed so many fucking demons.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
that
able
he's
to
the
hold-
And
strongest.
devils
Hold
and
the spot and
anyone in front
maintain
of
it. You have to be the strongest.
He's nothing to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince of Demons is strongest.
This is the discourse I like to see. So where does that leave us?
I don't know. I feel like I'm back in school. I'm starting to get a bit.
I mean, quite frankly, the current strongest, if it is an issue of strength of the leader, killing the head would simply be enough. But because demons spread like a plague, it may be the request of Baraka that we... Bithraka.
Baraka cookie caca. You see Kyle sort of like...
I'm so sorry.
Kyle, you will be one of us yet.
Laugh out of her.
drinking
Anyway,
whiskey.
it may behoove this plane of existence, as much as I am loath to assist it, to make sure the Waragashi cannot recover from other devils infiltrating their circle for the
Burn the
future.
land and salt the earth.
Yes.
That gave me an idea.
Oh no.
What if we
You want to wipe
talk
them
to
out?
one of the gnolls and tell them that if they help us to get in, we will let them kill their leader.
Now we're thinking.
Is there any chance that you can just walk in and challenge the leader and people allow that to happen? Is there
I mean,
any
if we look at like
protocol?
demons,
I mean, honestly, that would
If
probably
I walked up
work.
and said, "May I challenge your leader?" Would they just
That-
respect that and leave it be?
maybe.
Where I come from, people did that.
In a land
So
of
that's
law,
why I'm like, do you leader to leader?
in a land of law, that may work.
we are also
Well,
like,
entering
in a
the
land
only
without
lawless century.
How many demons you gotta kill for them to be like, okay,
Lawless,
you can challenge
but
our
yet
leader?
not. I mean, they do seem to have almost. I mean,
Like
I
an
guess since
honoring
I've been
strength.
here, everyone seems to have almost a sense of, dare I say,
Pride.
pureness to what they say. I mean, they're tricky because they speak so plainly and so truthfully in a sense that
Honestly,
that's why
I like it
it's tricky.
here better than in the Feywild. Honestly, in the Feywild,
I
that
don't
seemed
know
like
if
they
that
were
makes
trying to
sense in
screw you
common,
over
but-
at
I don't
every
know,
second.
The Feywild made way more sense to me.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
You hear from the back,
Bad
oh shit!
Here.
Hey, Wild
It's
is
not.
so much
Oh, I
better
can
than
tell.
experience.
You've noticed that Peter has been literally drenched
What
in
if
his
we
own
were to,
sweat
like-
the whole time.
If we were to get in there and cause enough chaos and then demand to see their leader, almost like a display, a show of power, maybe some of the grunts or the weaker would take us to Wadagashin if we asked.
If a display is what you need, then there are different ways we can attract that.
Fixer speaks
Just
up.
cause
What are some ideas?
cause enough chaos and then call ourselves off and say, all right, then let us
A distraction.
talk to your leader.
Or show. What else? Any ideas on how we could,
We could ask
compel them?
politely. Sorry. So sorry.
We could.
I mean, we could. It's worth a shot.
Who thinks that's a good idea?
Honestly,
That was kind of what I was saying. We
the
could try just
diplomacy
asking
thing
to fight
feels like a bad idea.
for the title.
I would say in any other scenario, perhaps, but I think these.
Diplomacy is like a backup if we were like,
What
I
if
think-
we take the towers, cause some chaos, burn some shit, and then demand that Wadagashin come
did
out
you see what was on the towers?
so that will stop?
I didn't see anything on the towers. I was a ways back. I didn't see anything moving.
It's hard to tell from this vantage.
There was
It's
smoke.
like
There was dust.
a
there
mile
was...
away. Even with with the lens like that, you can
Yeah.
only get out big detail.
In the morning,
Peter,
we
can
can
you-
take a look.
And they're kind of covered too. They have like this weird like little tent
What's that?
thing.
Sure.
Can you and Valenccya go invisible and go scout for us?
Right now, I'm like in my bedroll. Right
I'll go.
now.
Right now.
You
No.
wanna go?
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Please let
Vander.
Valenccya go.
Valencia is no longer quiet.
What? Peter,
Valenccya
right
hasn't
here.
switched armor.
She's not that quiet.
She has mithril armor.
She's less quiet.
She hasn't.
I roll
She's at
over
least a
passive
straight
aggressively
check.
and pretend I'm sleeping.
Yeah, so is Nuanen.
No metagaming.
Yeah, stop that.
Do you think
Both
that
of
they
you.
can?
No,
You sure
I
you
was
want
just
to go
saying that
tonight?
I just know that Valenccya tends to see shit that none of us see.
I have a keen
That's true.
eye.
Come with me.
Oh, you're going
You got the
out?
necklace?
Uh,
You got the necklace of I don't have to breathe in the smoke of the death?
Oh, that's a really good point.
That's true. Yeah, I can breathe.
That you can actually breathe up there.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Somebody should go look because
Peter,
we have a
you
mile
look?
off
Full.
vantage
No.
and it's not enough to make plans off of.
Let's go.
I have 42 of 67.
Hold on, buddy. Peter, you're bleeding out of your ear a little bit.
You are?
I
No,
go-
it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
the
you
acid.
No,
that-
You are
It's
bleeding a
def-
little
I'm
bit
fine.
out of your ear.
It's
I can see
definitely
it.
not ichor. I
Val
poke
just
prod
goes,
you.
come here.
Yeah, I give him the old.
I can see it, buddy. You are bleeding
I'll
out of your
give
ear.
you 25. How many do you need? 20? I'll give you
I
20.
need at least 20.
How are his tattoos while you're at it?
No, please make sure they're no longer infected.
Oh my god. It's gotten
My
so
tattoos
much
are
worse
fine.
in hell. The infection's gotten
They're
so much
just
worse.
fine.
I mean, there are bubbles of pus on
You
those
know-
tattoos, buddy.
I'm
No,
no
there's
artist,
not.
but I can't tell what shape it is anymore.
I give you 20.
I don't either. It's
That'll work.
faded.
What does that get you to?
I love it's like canon that he doesn't take care of
64
himself.
67. I'm fine.
Okay.
It's not even that he's not taking care of himself. He's just not aware.
Like boy away from home, first year of college, like
Oh,
doesn't clean their clothes very often.
Oh no!
Baby's first adventure.
No!
Baby's first adventure.
My magic armor stays clean. Okay.
Gets him deodorant for Christmas.
I think Denactor might be cleaner than you, buddy.
just little subtle hints.
Yeah,
You can
Denactar.
wear
A
Denactor.
toothbrush.
baby.
I don't like these assumptions.
soap.
Peter smells amazing.
Your hair's
Zoom
been in
away,
a raid
Peter.
for a couple
Hey,
days
we're
now,
allowed
Peter.
Peter smells amazing because of his alchemical concoctions that
We
he
don't
accidentally
need it.
gets on
It's when you
himself.
throw perfume
Well,
on Stag.
I don't know I can't.
I'm ready. Are we ready?
Ooh, that's
Are you
strong.
ready?
Oh my god, that's so strong.
You decided I wasn't good enough to come
She puts
with,
the
so
whiskey
I'm
down and
going to
stands
bed.
up. All right, let's go.
Well, if you want to come with, you're gonna
No.
have to breathe in the whatever that is.
Nope, you decided you don't need little old me. I'm too loud.
Okay, goodbye. Let's go.
All right. You guys shoot up.
Oh, fuck.
You guys are going up into the straight up sky.
The straight up, like, really bad to breathe smoke.
Okay,
Yep.
sounds lovely. Ascending up what? Like hundreds and hundreds of feet? up
400 or
in the air?
500 feet, right?
You guys don't come back in 30 minutes. You're dead.
I'm gonna say it's probably higher than that, but yeah.
700 feet.
It's the sky, so there's that.
But like,
But enough to be relatively indiscernible at
the
the
sky in a cave, right?
Are you casting
this sort of
invisibility
thick-
on it?
Not yet.
Smoke of the churning miasma above envelops you, and you guys sort of crest just to the point where you are obscured by it. You do hear and feel the vibrations of rumbles from behind in the thick of this horrified skyline.
What kind of rumbles? Like, it's a storm, or
Like
like,
the
there's
threat-
a horrifying
Like the
creature?
threat of a meteor at any point,
Earthquake.
you know, or
That
like a
kind of
lightning
rumble.
strike.
You just
or
hear-
anything. Yeah,
Our chances of getting hit are the same as if we were on the ground. So it's
very
fine.
scary. It's very scary. You guys continue forward. You are heading over this base. Is that right?
Mhm.
Okay, sounds good.
Kind of scouting.
It
Yeah.
takes about 15 minutes to get to it, but as you go over, it is a complex. There does appear to be a wall that surrounds an interior sort of like sinkhole of earth. Yes.
Can I say I asked Spixer to have one of his spyglasses before
Make a
we went?
persuasion check.
9.
Please fix
I'll
it.
say that it did not cross your mind before you left.
Can I steal it instead?
No, it didn't cross your mind before you left. You failed the check, baby.
Wait,
That's it.
I'm
Turn
looking
it
down.
around.
Oh, you see anything?
what are you? Sorry.
Perception check.
Hold on. So we're trying to just see with our eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what
we're just
doing?
using our
Are we
eyeballs.
are we invisible?
We are obscured by the clouds
Because
currently.
we can get closer.
Oh, did you guys want to do this stealthily?
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
but
Are you
we are
invisible?
obscured by the clouds, right?
This was
Yeah,
such a
I'll say
bad.
that.
Are you
So
invisible?
advantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Both
So
an advantage.
are we stealthing? Is that what we're
We're
doing?
stealthing in the clouds,
Stealthing in the cloud.
and if we want to go down, then I will cast
Stealthing in
invisibility.
the clouds, just stealthing in the clouds.
Oh god.
They call us cloud stealther.
oh,
Oh, not
fuck,
bad.
You did good. You get to roll one more
19.
time too.
I'll take the 19. Yeah.
I also rolled 19.
Nice. Nice. Twinkies.
Hi, baby. Hi, sweet.
Gentle beans.
Gentle.
The first one was better.
You got
The best
22.
part
I got
about
a
the angle
23.
of the cameras
No, I
is
got
that Bean
19
and Ollie always
stealth.
show up.
Right, 20. Oh, 19
I had
total.
a 16 originally.
No.
Yeah, 19 total.
I got a
We're done.
23,
We're done
so I
with
think
this.
that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
19's pretty damn good for Nuanen.
What'd y'all get?
19 and 23.
19 and 23. Okay, sounds good. I will say,
Yes.
as I was saying before,
Yes.
it is a complex. It's sort of an oddly shaped circle, a little wonky, has 7 towers. That looks
Oh,
great.
7 towers?
Oh,
Yeah,
are they like
seven
evenly
towers.
That's
spaced?
very different
What?
than what we were told.
Yeah, you were able to see 3 from your
Two.
vantage.
7
Okay.
towers.
3 of them. There are 7. Wait, 1, 2,
Siete.
3.
How many of them
Que
can attack
bueno.
one
Oh, I'm so sorry.
side?
6. There's 6 towers.
Okay.
Three,
That's
four,
my
five.
bad.
Perfect, because that's how many I
7
You
drew.
think you see 7, you say
Good.
6, it is 6.
Cool, it's
Okay.
6. I drew 6.
So,
Let me finish. So, there are 7 towers, all connected by these flesh walls. And then
I hate that the description is flesh walls.
flesh walls. There are 2 what would be seen as gates that appear to be heavily fortified. There is one to the sort of like southwest, just around that corner of where you guys saw the 3rd tower in the background.
Are the gates
around the
attached to the
riverbed.
towers, or is it like
They
in
are. They're
between?
in the wall. So like they are to the wall. And they have 2 vehicles posted in front of them. And it
So
looks
this
like
one's
a
a
number of
gate.
also other like
the
spine
bone.
traps in front of that. Behind both
Just
of these
beyond the
doorways,
spine
behind
traps.
both of these gates, there is a piece of like ledge before it sinks down where you see about, I'll say, like 10 vehicles of varying sizes, 2 that match your largest vehicle on one side, and just a vast array of other vehicles. But most notably and important is inside the sunken area is just a mess of viscera and dried bone that seems to sort of like stretch upwards, a height that you can't really get from this vantage. But there's like sort of like these 5 clusters of like bones and skin that are emitting the most smoke. There's one at the very center, or there's one at the very sort of like northwestern side that's the largest. Beyond that, there's a second largest one to the just to the southwest of that is in the center of this whole sunken area, and then 3 others that are sort of scattered about. There also appears to be a sort of like rickety ass bone like staircase from where those vehicles are parked into this like boneyard area, and a number of ladders kind of in weird spots around it. You also see a bit of movement. I will say, let's get a rough approximate of how many creatures you see moving about. You see
Intelligence
at this point,
check?
I'll go off the perception check you went beforehand.
I didn't make one.
You guys both did.
We did. You got a 23 and I got a 19.
Yeah.
That was stealth.
Oh, that was stealth.
Oh, shitballs.
This is really important to know. Roll perception checks
God
for me.
dang it.
So
I forgot.
sorry.
Yeah, that's what it is.
lot.
To see how
I'm
many
also
knolls there are,
very
you gotta roll
sorry.
perception checks for me. Yeah.
Natural 20!
Wow.
Fuck!
So good. 17?
So good.
Doing a
Is it
cursory
terrible?
head count, you count about like 27
Jesus Christ.
knolls, walking around, some of which are beefier than others.
How many of them look like they're ready to drive?
There is a number that are on the vehicles, either tending to them. There's like a triad of them that are just fucking fighting each other. There's a few of them that are moving in and out at the
ones and just
north
going.
eastern gate. So there's one sort of like to the southwestern and then one to the northeastern. This is flopped. This one, there does appear to be a vehicle now leaving and going towards the north.
Where's
Does
the
it
other
look like-
gate?
With my natural 20, does it look like it's following a path out of here?
Give me a survival check.
Where's the other gate while he's doing that?
Question, with his natural 20, does he know if each of the towers have like a ballistae or some other
we
ranged
can get to
weapon?
that, for
Can
sure.
you help me?
Yep. What are you doing? Survival?
Survival?
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 1. Which is
Oh.
Natural 20 and natural 1. How are you fitting?
Oh, no.
Are they on the beanie dice?
This is the bean. It's natural 20 and then
Dude,
natural
I was
1.
like, you can help yourself.
Bean dice.
Okay, so that's a 7
Okay.
plus 4 plus 5.
Have
So
to see-
16.
Okay.
Okay.
It's hard to see tracks from this vantage point. There does appear to be a few areas that are treaded in to the ground.
Look like you're kind of
But
like
what's...
avoiding something or going along a path or.
Oh, yeah, I'll say there's some weird movements it does as it's leaving. It sort of like crests out to the north, a good languid sort of movement before going straight back, and then cresting around in an S shape before straightening out to go straight.
So the road
The,
is not
the
like
base is surrounded in traps.
as the crow flies. It's like
So, like, flying in
No, they like
sounds
went
really good
sort
now.
of in a deliberate move.
Okay.
Or at
I
least
would
knowing
like
a direction to go.
see-
I mean, if we split up to do
Can
a
I
group per tower,
One last piece of information. You're not there?
Yep.
One last piece of information.
Okay.
The ballistae. Well, not the ballistae. The towers. There is one, well, I said one on either side that are next to the gates that does not have a covering over it, and you are able to see some information. One of which is a bowed mechanism that has a huge log sort of like in it. It looks like about a 15-foot crossbow.
It's a ballista.
Yeah. And then there's another one that appears to be sort of a leveraged machine that is
Trebuchet.
has tensions with a rope, and it is full of about 15 boulders.
with a nat 20 from Peter, does it look like those items can be fired into the center of this pit?
Oh, if we twist it.
I will say with the natural 20, I was able to give you an exact head count. That's what it was.
Okay.
But yeah, they would assume you could assume they would move, but who's to say that they'd be aiming at themselves is a question.
I mean, trebuchets, generally speaking, don't turn very much.
True.
If I look around, like from above, I'm trying to see, does there look like there's any sort of area, building, tent, anything that would suggest where, like, the leader would...
It's like
Be
2 to
like,
3
yeah.
per tower if we were to go tower.
Like, is there a bigger tent?
Roll an insight check for this.
I think hitting
Just to know.
3 towers would be good enough.
19.
It would be good if we did.
Yeah.
Getting someone to take control of the
We did
trebuchets.
6.
Shush. You're not
Yeah.
back yet. We're gonna have this conversation a little later.
Okay.
Okay. Give me just 1 second here.
that person, but I'm at a game.
I know.
Sorry, but
No,
it's
I
so hard.
appreciate it. There is sort of a wicked.
Sorry, but we're in a terrible position.
There's sort of a wicked-looking gnoll whose skin is sort of patched with these red blotches along one side. Has a heavy shoulder back sort of like
Turtle shell.
piece that looks like it's a bit of armor, but it's mainly skin.
Does he have a flail?
Has a wicked-looking glaive with sort of like a sharpened scapula as its blade, but he appears to be leading 2 other gnolls that are headed towards the tent to the top.
Like to the
Oh,
north. Tent. I pull you in and I go,
Also, if you
Them
give me
right
that,
there.
if you give me
I
that
think-
little thing, I can draw a quick picture for you.
oh sure. I was like, you might. I was trying to draw, but I don't know where the other gate is that you said we saw. I just know the one you said was
I'll mark it upward.
southwest. But
So if we,
that looks like where their leader could maybe be.
how many
holed up.
catapults are there? / trebuchets.
I think there's one on the gates.
1 per.
There's 2 gates.
1 per gate.
Mhm.
Okay.
1 of each per.
One of each per gate. There's 2 gates. The rest
So
are just
there's
towers.
just 2 trebuchets, and they can only shoot from one side. So
But
if we take out
we
one of them, or
Don't
take control
know
of
that.
So, how many coins do we get for bringing back vehicles?
1 per vehicle.
So what if we steal the vehicles that are outside?
Well,
They're all
we would get
inside.
2.
No, there's outside
Oh,
the
there's
gate.
2 inside, 2 outside.
No, there's
about
like
10.
at least 10.
The walls are made of skin.
Yeah, at least 10
So we-
outside one of the gates.
I mean, no matter where they are, we could just drive them through
Parked.
the walls. It might be a little
but if
more
we steal the
difficult with the
vehicles, they can come
motorcycles,
after
but
us.
anything else, you could probably just drive through the walls.
If we did steal the vehicles, though, wouldn't they just like follow us wherever we take them, and then it'd lead them back to Bithraka, and then we'd have a whole war on our hands?
Yeah, but Bithraka has cannons set up on top of the
I
mountain.
also don't think Bithraka would be pleased if we bring back a giant
But
mess.
what if we help him take them out as they come into the...
Our offer was to us take care of.
At this point, you do see a cloud of dust coming back from the north. It looks like that same vehicle is on its way back to the encampment, and you hear a number of sort of hollow horns that you're very familiar with at this point. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we've got the raiding party.
You notice
coming.
that behind that vehicle are 3 vehicles, sort of doused in this sickly green color that look foreign to the scrap meal situation that this hold has. As they approach,
Oh,
it
shit,
looks like
there's
the
14
vehicle
vehicles
is
now.
coming back, and you notice that 2 of the ballistae from the top aim and shoot these logs, nailing these other vehicles into the ground at about 300 feet before they even reach the base.
So they're challengers.
It's at another point
Just like
when you
watching.
see.
I thought they
It's at
were.
this point when you see the vehicle that is part of the Knowles party turn tail, almost whipping a fishtail and moving its way back. Before you see 2 Knowles jump from the thing and send the vehicle rocketing towards the 3rd vehicle that collides dead straight with it and explodes.
Wait.
So they are good
They-
at vehicle warfare.
They just use their vehicle to
embraced the
crash
chaos.
another vehicle.
They've embraced the chaos of the demolition derby.
Full witness me moment.
You
like
notice 3 other Hell
We're
Riders
just
sort of
like-
loose from this the gate, weave their way almost like what is it? What am I trying to think of? What's that word where you're like showboating? I don't know,
Peacocking.
they're like they're like showboating their way
I thought that
towards
was a
it.
filter for a second.
They immediately go to the vehicles and start like killing whoever is there in a quick takeover of whatever sorry party just approached there.
Just like
Those-
an everyday thing.
Those
So we
2
know they're
vehicles
very-
that got nailed.
They're
totally
very proud.
They're totally not. They're totally not functional anymore.
You watch. I mean, I will say that you can watch over the next few minutes. But yeah, they eventually
I mean, there's plenty
remove
of other
these
vehicles. There's
huge,
still 10 parked over on that side.
Pieces
these
of
huge
bone.
logs, and begin to like move, like walk these vehicles back to their base.
Huh.
All right.
Okay.
Another question.
So
Also
they're-
taking whatever salvage.
So coming
pieces
from
they
the
can.
outside is probably not a. I guess maybe dropping in is best from the inside.
Dropping in or dropping up?
I like that. I got a question though. The towers. Do they look like they're constructed with like a wooden / bone framing that's covered in skin? Like you could almost get inside them?
Looks like it. I mean, you're not down at the bottom, so
Like
you don't
they're
know what's
canvases
inside.
almost.
But they look like they're like skin, like covered frames almost. It's kind of what I'm getting.
Yeah, most of them.
So we could probably set up. Well, we have no way of detonating bombs, but we could set bombs in place with like string detonators that we could like pull on our way in during an attack.
Or we could have wizards that are being flown in detonate explosive spells at.
Can I have
sorry.
you both roll a dexterity saving throw for me?
No. My God.
What? Oh, that's a good one actually. 19, 20, 21?
I got 20.
21, 20.
21.
You guys are peering over this whole area, trying to get as much information as possible. When you hear like a flash behind you, the crackling of a bit of heat lightning striking its way through the clouds, it branches towards you, and you both nearly sort of miss as small tendrils hit both of you in the sky. You'll be taking half damage.
We didn't bring any bombs with us, did we?
No.
You have
Thankfully.
healing potions.
Do you think I have bombs, Peter?
No, I
The
just
only
thought it
bombs
would
I
have been a
have
good
are truth
idea.
bombs.
To be honest, the scouting just told us that
Whoa.
we have more to deal with than we expected.
Not
We're not-
necessarily. If you learn how to take something apart, you better than anyone should understand how that works. You take something apart and it falls.
Sure, but I was hoping
13 points of lightning damage.
that we could set something up while we're here, but I don't have anything to set
I did not know that that was what we were doing.
Are you in the
but
up. God,
I
that
don't
lightning
have
sucks.
Are you in the room?
No,
No.
I would have kept
What
that.
are you? How are you flying?
With your
His
wings.
wings?
Oh
Remember,
yeah.
he's a tiefling.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you got wings.
anything. I got booty.
That
I'm
makes
an-
sense. Yeah, I've
I
drawn
got
you before.
booties.
I've drawn
And-
you before.
My magical armor, I've thought about this. I'm not supposed to be able to fly with heavy armor.
That's this silly.
But I'm
shit.
assuming that
Denaktar's just got
the
some jets on
Nactar
there.
is just nice.
So Denaktar has the ability to just kind of like
Fly.
mold over your body. So wait, you can fly with.
If I'm wearing armor, I can't fly.
Okay, so let me just quick say this. This is too much for my brain to handle at this point in the night.
I've seen everything
And I
I'd
do
like
need
to
us
see.
to focus.
13 damage. Got it. All right.
I think I've seen just about enough. You?
Sure. Do we think that this information is going to help us at all?
Yes. I think we need to drop in, like Grudj said, from the inside.
We learned that there was more towers, more vehicles.
Someone causes
more
chaos
enemies.
in the inside, and everyone else takes out the. We have few people go take out the towers, while someone else causes a massive distraction. I think we might have to split up on this one and attack it from the inside. Take apart the base. You take it apart, it falls.
Good idea. So there's an exit to this base that is on the side that we would be attacking from, right?
There's 2 exits.
Right. And there's one that's closer to where we would be coming in from.
Yeah, so you kind of the one that you guys noticed was the northernest, one so the crest rounds the west northern side, and you just noticed the door hanging open beforehand. The other one is hard for you to see, but it's to the east around the corner.
What are these?
Like here-ish?
What are we talking about? Gates?
We're talking about
One
their
here,
exits.
one
Like if
here.
they're gonna leave
Oh,
they're gonna leave with vehicles, I'm wondering where that is.
Yeah. So I'd say that they're kind
And
of sort of like
somewhere around
like
here.
opposite.
I think this is the other gate
Yeah.
that he drew in for us, so I think it's.
So, quick question.
Oh, yeah.
Do you mind if I hold this up?
Well, yeah.
Are they gonna leave from this gate if we're attacking? Or are they gonna leave from the northern gate if we're attacking?
We would.
Well, that's a very pointed question that I can't answer.
Yeah.
Well, no.
We're asking
Which
for,
side
I think,
are we
quite a
coming
lot.
from?
You guys are coming from the south.
Yeah, we're coming up.
So we're coming
Southeast.
up from the bottom.
You're from the southwest.
So
think it's
if
southeast,
Oh, so we are
northeast.
You're
also
from the
we're
southwest.
this direction
Okay.
from them. We're all the big
Here.
the big sinking
Give it
area
to
with
me.
all the
Come
cars
here.
and 27
Yeah, let me
nodes.
just-
and
I
10
would like to
vehicles
make some
is
sort
where we're
of
going.
check.
So this is the base, right? You guys are off down here, okay?
Yeah.
And
Like a
then
mile.
you're looking at this direction. So the ones you saw, the towers you saw, this gate is actually up here a little bit more. I just didn't correct it. But
If
the,
you
the
turn-
towers you
turn
saw
it,
is like
but-
one here, here, and then back here. And then the rest of them were obscured by the whole base itself. And smoke.
Whoa, wait.
So
There's
you guys
more
are
than
down
2?
here. Yeah, there's 6
There's
towers.
6.
6
8
towers.
towers. I'm not worried about the towers.
Okay.
Worried about the doors.
Yes, there's
Which
2
is-
doors.
he said there's
There's
2.
one around this
Two
side, and
gates.
then there's one over here.
Okay.
This one that you saw was the one you kind of saw because you guys are over here and you were able to see just the door open.
So what I'm gonna
This
do?
one you were not able to see until you got above. You see what I'm saying?
I have an
Yes.
immovable rod.
There you go.
I'm gonna place it along the driving space of the exit that they will most likely take.
Right
So,
now,
Right now, I'm gonna go invisible. I'm
Peter,
gonna
that's gonna give them time to prepare for us coming because they're gonna know someone did it.
What are you talking about?
If you put it, if you
They're
make
not
a
gonna
problem-
leave unless we attack.
You hear a
But if they
rumble.
discover,
Yeah,
a
but they
problem-
probably won't use. Sorry, never
You
mind.
hear a rumble above you and start smelling a faint bit of brimstone.
I'm just gonna fly a little bit to the right or whatever direction is away from the brimstone. Okay. I think doing something is better than nothing.
Oh, I typically would agree with you, Peter, but
If
I
they
don't. I think it would let them. It would alert them that something is amiss and give them time to prepare for us coming. We need surprise. Surprise needs to be on our side. Because they clearly have put all of their effort into their borders and not anything really on the inside, except for manpower. They are protecting their perimeter with everything they've got because they look outward.
question. Do you
We
think
have to surprise them
do
from
you
the
think
inside.
they use their trebuchets enough to where if I put the immovable rod in a place on the trebuchet that would totally destroy it if they fired it? Do you think they would find that out before the morning?
That I do
sound-
not know.
Above you is growing.
We gotta move.
That's fine. That hurt, but I think I'd be fine. I think. Because one of the trebuchets is on the south side and one's on the north side, right? One of the trebuchets?
I think they're at all of the
There's
towers.
3 of them, so they're kind of surrounding. So it's a mix. There's 3 trebuchets and 3 of the harpoon ballistas, and they're set like trebuchet ballista, all the way around.
Okay, I'm only worried about one of the trebuchets. I want to target the one that is closest to where we would be attacking from.
Or to the south?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's one that sort of rests at the very bottom, in the south that looks to be a trebuchet.
Okay. Hey Val, does this feel like healing to you?
Ow!
No.
Keep working on it, Grudj. You're doing great.
Okay.
Peter, I think I am going to go back, but I'm not going to stop you.
You're gonna leave me? Watching this
If
guy.
you choose to do this, yes. I think we have lingered here long enough.
Okay.
Watching this guy from the
Let's go.
where the expedition crew is perched, you can see the above a mile off that same sort of dull glow behind the clouds begins to grow. As both of you are leaving.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. As you guys are
I'm gonna start
leaving,
flying away.
there is a large bit of sort of brimstone meteors that are heading their direction, passing through the skyline. I'll say that you guys spent a lot of time here, so I'm going to need to make a
Do the
dexterity
trebuchets
saving
have to
throw.
make dexterity saving throws too?
You know
Oh
the
my
angle of
God,
it, you're in the
Peter.
sky.
Peter.
What are we doing, Dex?
Yes.
That is...
Val,
What is my
huh?
Dex? I should know this by
I'm going to
now.
use my last flash of genius on that.
20.
Sounds good.
I got, with flash of genius, I got a 12.
12. Yes, okay, sounds good.
What?
So, Nuanen, you begin to leave, expecting Peter to be at
To be
your
on my
heels,
heels.
and you linger a bit, thinking of the possibilities. And as you do so, you feel a heat at the backside, like a flash, begin to almost scorch your wings as a huge meteor, probably 10 feet in diameter, breaks through the skyline at a severe angle, about 45 feet, grazing you on the back,
Peter!
and dealing full damage. Within
Does it-
proximity, the heat will affect you as well.
Does it push me down as well, or does it just hit me?
I'm gonna say it doesn't hit you, but its proximity to you does the brunt of the damage. Like it grazes your wings, and that's the bulk here.
Okay.
6, 12.
We did nothing other than find out there was more.
We did plenty.
You did a lot.
There's
We did
more
plen-
than we expected.
You
That's
were-
what we found
You
out.
did a lot.
You
and
are
honestly,
young
it
and
makes
we
me
have done
think that
plenty.
drop in from the center a better idea. Honestly,
it's the
drop in
only
from the
idea.
center and steal
Here,
the vehicle.
that's 35 points of fire damage to you, halved to you, which
What
is
is
going
it?
to be
35?
16, 17 points of fire.
35.
35.
17, buddy.
No, mine's 17.
Oh.
You take the full brunt. As it
You just hear me
whizzes past,
shout for you. And
To the
I
west.
turn around.
You guys see it. You in a flash. You notice your friend scarred in the back, and you begin sort of like dipping.
No, no, no,
up
no,
about
no, no, no.
15, 20 feet.
That's not going to be good for his tattoo.
The meteor rocketing
Dare.
past to the west, and about like a half a mile to the north of this space, impacting with a burst, throwing up dust.
Hey, Val, you
and
think
stuff.
Peter
all of
and
you
Nuanen are
see
okay?
this, and just an explosion from the other side.
Can I try to fly if he's descending? Can I try to fly and like grab him? Or I don't
Yeah, I
know if
would
he's
say
Are you
absolutely.
falling? Is that
Peter,
It's
Val,
like a sort of a
Or
dip.
just
is
kind
what I'm
of-
saying.
do you think
Yeah.
Peter
I'm
and
being,
Nuanen are
I'm being
okay?
pretty dramatic about it, yeah.
I'm
pat the
gonna
group?
fly
Let's
to
go check.
Peter and I'm going to grab him and like stabilize him and fly with him.
Beans.
Sounds good.
Back. Yeah, I grab you.
I fell a little.
You're okay. You're alright. You're alright, buddy.
I go limp.
Yeah.
You're
I don't know if I'm okay.
just being very dramatic.
Peter, you're being dramatic. You still have 16.
Alright, little tree. Okay. Alright.
Wow, your
All right.
arm is so big.
You guys hear from below the faint sounds of horns.
I carry you.
From the
Rolling
base,
my eyes.
as you continue going
Oh,
forward.
the fire burns.
I'm sorry. I'm
We
sorry,
watch
Hunter.
a
What
little
did you say?
singe
No, you
shake.
hear sort of the faint sounds of those similar horns going off beneath you as you guys are moving your way back.
Yep. I am booking it with Peter in my arms.
When you
Stand
say
as
the
high.
horns,
That was really close, Val.
Are they
Does
because
this
of us?
feel like healing?
Make an insight check.
Maybe a little more.
2.
You don't know. Probably not. Who knows? You're more
We're
concerned about
fine.
yourself.
Val, do you, Nuanen, you want to make an insight check yourself?
Yeah. What are we insight checking? That's a 17. plus.
Did you? Well, no. Here, let me quick.
Are we trying to see if the horns are because of
reverse.
us?
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds good.
Reverse.
Sure. What the horns are for?
I would love for you guys to say what you want to do and then.
I'm doing what I want to do. Everyone's telling me what to do. That's an
I
18.
do what I want to do too. Getting
Yeah,
carried by
absolutely because
Buff
of
Nuanen.
you. As you notice, there's no other threat. And some of the ballistas are beginning to move upwards, but as you disappear back into the skyline and crest forward, they have nowhere to shoot.
Can I?
So
Okay.
it must be
If they
because
can't
of us.
see, if they can, when they
Fully
can
because
still
of you
see
guys.
us,
girl.
when they can still see us, can I try to make it look? Can I fly a different direction for a little bit than directly
absolutely.
towards?
And
where
I'll also
Abby
say,
is?
you notice two of the sort of larger vehicles, the two scavengers they have, are breaking from the gate off to the eastern gate, and they're moving towards the impact site of that meteor.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly Peter in a different direction from wherever it is that we're staying, which I think you said was like south.
If the intention is to get back to
east.
the base after 15 minutes, you're able to get back. I will
Yeah,
say,
it's just I'm making a detour
If
to
you're
try
trying
to
to-
make them go up
yes.
into the clouds in a different direction so they think I'm headed somewhere else.
give me a stealth check with advantage, and it'll take a little bit more time, about 25 minutes.
Why?
Yeah, it's
Where
gonna-
are we going?
No, just shush.
It's like
You
when
said you want
Flap,
to
Peter, flap!
he's just doing this with his arms. No, your wings, Peter.
Yeah. What is it?
What did you say? Stealth
Yeah.
with disadvantage or
With
advantage? This is 17 plus 3, so that's a 20.
Okay. Sounds good.
Doing well.
Good to
Yeah,
know.
so just I take longer to get back
Gotcha.
to do that.
Like 20 minutes in duration.
Yeah,
I should
I'm
get
gonna
hurt
say
more
it is
often.
a long 45 minutes that you guys are waiting.
What?
I'm
Cool.
sipping out a healing
I
potion.
just keep,
Impact
I
happens
just
about
keep
25
trying to
Milk
give
into
Val
their attention.
temporary hit points.
I
It's my
think
new spell.
I'm on the broom. You can be on the broom if you wish, but I am like transfixed on like where they left, and I'm like watching for them to come back.
I'll say when they're about 300 feet from
I
the,
can start
the front,
to
you can
see.
see them.
I land holding Peter and
Peter
go,
looks
well, I got someone for you to
scorched.
practice on.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna
mess.
temporary hit
Did that do it?
Don't
points.
go
I'm
easy on
gonna
him.
try temporary hit points to Peter. It might cause you damage. I don't know yet.
What is this?
Remember
He's
when
attempting to heal him.
Are you using the spell that you
Yeah,
have?
I'm trying.
You
that
haven't
I'm working on.
finalized?
That I'm working on. Yeah, because I'm trying to see if the
I told him he
giving
could
temporary hit
experiment. I was
points
like,
is
give
a
it-
thing.
There's a
Here's
lot of
someone for
leeway
you
to
to
be
practice
taken
on.
here. I don't care. Go ahead.
Roll an arcane.
Can I roll an Arcana check first to see if I do it correctly?
So if you remember, it was the healing comes from something divine, and then I'm the conduit, and then so like think of that scenario and do your arcane thing.
You're using
You're
yours
gonna
like
kill
an
me.
HDMI cord.
Oh sure, yeah, I can. Yeah, I hold on to Peter
I could
and
do a religion check instead, if that makes more sense.
You know what makes the most sense?
What?
You
An
fail.
Arcana check.
Okay. Okay.
You failing. That makes the most sense.
we don't want you to fail because that's
Okay.
it's on your body.
Here we go. It's a natural one.
Natural one. Okay, so roll, let's do some temporary hit points. How much did you intend to give?
2d6 was the intent.
2d6? Roll that 2d6.
Cool.
Plus your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, perfect. All right.
I hope it does.
Okay. Plus my intelligence modifier.
Yeah.
Cool. Good.
You're annoying me, but she smiles anyway.
11.
Okay, so... No, shush. Peter, As you touch him and touch
Yeah.
him, you immediately recoil your hand as you feel an immense pain happens. Your handprint leaves a black, sort of like handprint of necrotic flesh as you take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my
And,
God, Peter.
It stays after the fact.
I catch
All right,
you.
I don't think that works.
Hey, Grudj,
Yeah?
let's try that again. I give you 25
I
hit
refuse.
points.
I'm still working on this spell.
Anyways, as they're doing that, I'm gonna look for a Memnon and Guile.
I give
Yeah,
you
I'm not
28.
slow clapping at this
I
point.
give you 28, but then I-
Anyways, I'm gonna approach a
How
Memnon,
deeply scout?
and I'm gonna take a stick and draw this
I
map.
think
I'm
still
making
dying.
something new.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a stick and draw this map as like pretty largely in the
No, I
middle
have
of all
no
of us, and I'm gonna draw all of this.
Mr. Crane, your
This is what I got.
talents are needed. Bodlin starts to
I
look
got
at
this. Don't worry. I can heal myself.
I can give you 10.
as the rest of the team sort
I
of
can try
crowds around
again.
your drawing.
Do not.
This is what we saw.
Okay, I'll review the equations.
Fine.
Whoever said information
plenty
is
of
powerful
healing. I can
is
do it.
doubly a riot.
I think
So-
Vander said that.
Looks like they're heavily
still a
fortified
giant.
from the exterior.
I'm still working on my equations.
Oh, sure.
Dropping
That's
in
fine,
could be a
don't be
plan. What are we thinking? Well,
It's more than 3 towers.
approaching from the exterior is not the best. It seems like they fortified themselves rather cleverly, and since we have the upper hand, it could be useful for us to
Drop in.
right or under.
Well,
Or on.
I
He's got the
Or-
under.
Or we could
possibility.
split.
Have we entertained the idea of a distraction?
I would.
Driving
think
some
that
of them
that would be
out,
best.
Overwhelming them, taking their
I
vehicle and Trojan
vote that
horses.
I be the distraction.
Still a black handprint on your chest.
I feel like
I feel so good.
So-
Valenccya, she
here's the
poked
thing.
me.
Roll a con save for me, quick.
Yeah, I do not give you my
It was
+5.
a
Damn
natural
it.
one.
23, 24.
You feel woozy, but you're good.
I feel like the
That was
distraction
the
should
most-
be bigger.
Emotional / physical
I'm
roller coaster I've
thinking-
ever been on, and I feel amazing.
If we can attack from the middle, but give ourselves a way out, if we can take down at least 2 of the towers, then we have a way out.
I think the distraction needs to come from the inside so everyone turns their sights inward and ignores what's going on outward.
Perhaps.
And I think the distraction party needs to be bigger than whoever we have doing everything else.
I mean,
The distraction has to be strong so that no one gets hurt.
We watched them attack those vehicles earlier. Is there a way one of you arcane practicers could conjure an illusion of some sort good enough for them to
Follow
think
it.
this would be a good thing to attack?
What if we
Openly.
had
I know
like
that spells
one
such as
real
this
vehicle
exist.
plus a couple of fake ones would make a really convincing attack. So if we took our big vehicle and then had it followed by a couple other big vehicles.
That's true. If we did the large vehicle, have someone cast major illusion or some facsimile to that.
We could wait.
They went for, from what you described, they went for the exterior vehicles and then allowed the central vehicle to be attacked by the gnolls themselves.
Yes.
But if we had illusionary exterior vehicles, they could avoid the attacks.
What if we met one of these raiding parties, decimated them, took their vehicles and snuck back in as them, Trojan horsing them, Neverwinter horsing them from the inside?
Wait a sec.
When the
You're talking about
wooden
killing-
horse came into
Neverwinter.
so many years ago.
Yes, the Lord's Watch, we've never lived that down. They're like, remember when you let that horse in with all those criminals? Yeah, it was the big deal.
Goddamn Luskin.
Wait.
Ugh.
Could you tell me that story one more time?
Yeah, I tell you that story.
Okay. Wait,
we do that?
you want to
I just-
take a horse?
What are
No.
you thinking, Mayfly?
One of their vehicles.
Are their vehicles decorated in a certain way? Could we just like
I think
look
if
like
we
one of
go
their
from the
vehicles?
They did
interior,
look distinct when
The
you
other
saw
thing
it.
is
They're
I feel like I
dirty
want
as
to build
fuck,
on
and they're
your plan.
mainly sort of bolstered. The exterior is
I pick up a wad of dirt.
if we
bones
were
and
Chuck it at the
to,
vehicle.
skins. Bones and skins mainly.
if we were to
Okay, we
go
don't have
up
that, though.
from underneath the vehicles, we would remove them as an option for them to fight with.
These are sunken area, full of bones.
Yes, it was full of bones.
How do they get around in there?
They go around it.
Well, the vehicles were parked in there, and they were all walking around tending to them on foot. They weren't really driving in that area. Actually, they weren't driving in that area.
I think
at
if
all.
we were to go up from the center, we would potentially remove the threat of vehicles.
How many gnolls did you see?
About 27 on the outside. More on the inside.
Plus a few that looked like they were more than just gnolls.
Beefy gnolls?
Yeah, buff gnolls.
They looked like they were
Sorry,
heading
as a
towards
person
the
who
leader's
was
tent.
not there, I thought there was 27 head count total outside of the large tent that people were going to.
They're just on the ground.
27
Yeah,
around the
the
10
ones you can
vehicles
see.
outside the gate.
27. So there's 27
Everybody's
total.
inside.
They're just all around.
Oh, okay.
Some of them
I
are
thought-
in the bone pit, some of them are
Inside.
out, some of them are around.
Sure.
There's a few of them on the
So
little
27-ish
turrets.
total
Yeah,
in
total.
the encampment. Actually, that's not as bad as I thought.
There's probably more than that. Because not
Most
all of them are
likely.
visible.
Can we sink their base from that sinkhole in the middle?
But what if
in
all the
any
loot
way?
is in the hole?
Bones?
steal
I
and
mean,
then
do you
sink
think
them?
when
No,
they
no,
throw
there's-
their bones,
there's-
they
There's
would-
probably tunnels.
From what you were describing, Peter, there was several central characters heading towards the large tent at the top.
Yes, I believe that might be where.
I believe that's where we'll
Mr.
find
Leader is
the
himself.
Lawagashi.
I don't know if that is where they're going to keep their stuff or if they're going to keep their shit in the bone pit.
Yeah,
I
sometimes.
think, quite frankly, as long as we are attacking from the center, that removes the threat of the vehicles, of which that is a significant threat.
How many of them were just walking about in this bone pit?
27. Wait,
Well-
in the bone pit?
Yeah.
I don't know. How many?
27.
I swear you told me
27.
27. 'cause I
20
wrote it down on
27.
the-
27.
Visible throughout the entire thing.
So there are 27
chaotic.
total. The ones in the bone pit walking around was about maybe like 10, and not as common as the exterior. There's a lot more life next to those vehicles and around than there was in the pit itself.
There's about 10 in the bone pit.
Sure.
And we learned they can attack from 300 feet away with those ballista.
But would they,
They
turn?
didn't-
Can
they
they
didn't
turn?
fire
Can
the
they
turret.
even turn them into the bone pit itself?
If they can, it would still be difficult and take them time to turn all of their resources inward when they're
Inwards.
not used to it.
Why would they need to?
If we were in there.
If we appear in the
No.
center.
Why would they need to point their
True.
True.
defenses
Very
towards
true.
themselves?
It's,
Alright.
I guess, not necessarily a need, but it's a question of capability.
They're demons. They don't think rationally.
Actually, I think they do.
I think they think rationally within a chaotic concept of their worldview.
They're not gonna
Which
set
might
themselves up
include, it
for
might include attacking
failure.
themselves.
It would be difficult to wage a endless war over and over again without at least some tactic.
They've clearly held this place for a long time with the amount of bones, so they can't be.
From a personal understanding of the situation described, an interior assault would be advisable, as it would limit the options that our enemy had in attacking ourselves.
Well,
Right.
then we have two options: over or under.
Over or under.
Again.
Split the difference, have groups appear from over to attack the ballistae towers, as they are the more likely to be able to turn upon us. And
Under
have
could
a
take
larger
many
group.
hours.
I would say if
How
we
would
can
we
take
do
out-
under?
Under would take
But,
many
Botland
hours.
sort of like lights up, his eyes look into you. I can summon creatures that could dig, and we could move in
Badgers?
tunnels. No.
How long would that
elemental.
take?
Large
Yeah.
large badgers.
I think I'm the only one here that can really even just conceive of making such a large creature that move the earth.
I mean,
fast
I
enough.
can several a earth elemental myself to
Oh.
assist in this capability.
Well, we have two that could work.
half the time.
I mean, it's a mile off, so that'd be a little bit of time.
Are there?
How
I
much
pause
time
to look down
do
at
you
the
think
ground.
it would take?
Are there other dangers under the ground that we could?
Do
run
they
into?
have more
I look at
tunnels?
Amemnon.
Almost certainly.
There are spells that might aid us if we were to think that we don't have the full picture. Does anyone know how to locate a certain creature and see maybe if there's more of them we can't see?
Bodlin speaks up.
Oh.
I can locate creatures as well. Given the right circumstances, I could, you see, maybe if I went closer, one was disguised.
Is there any chance we could split up into 3 groups and have one go from underground, one from above, and one from the outside?
That'd be so scary. Holy shit.
Because no matter what's underground, it would still cause enough of a distraction if they discover them digging that then it would pull it away from the other 2 groups. Or vice versa, really, with any of them.
What if we just dig to make the structure unstable?
And sink the whole thing?
Well, we'd only have to do like one.
Well, yeah, you know when you like have a structure and like termites dig away at holes and then it becomes lickety?
Lickety.
No, rickety with an R.
Rickety.
Not
Yeah.
lickety, that's a different stuff.
Termites.
Are you
definitely
talking about
rickety.
your home in Loudwater?
No, don't mention that. I'm working on it. We're repairing that place.
Have you forgotten?
Great when it's done.
She's the richest one out of all of us.
It's true.
There is no rickety
God,
in
Phantom, we have a home.
your vocabulary at all.
I completely forgot.
No, it's not.
No, then, you know what? Later, tonight at bed, I'll tell you all about the house. But couldn't we make a tunnel under one of the things and like...
I like the idea of all of this. Could we not do it all?
Bodlin would be the most suited, as well as Mixer
We could take teams.
Right.
And
Well,
then
I mean, even
we can
we
come
could.
up from there.
We
Right.
we could just have one of the elementals destabilize one of the towers to bring attention to that portion, have another create the tunnel to go under, and surprise from beneath.
We're a team underground.
Right.
Yes.
Good idea. Is there anyone else who can help us underground? Oh, Shiksa. I mean, it might be useful if we were to
I
plant
think
some
we have
bombs
3
under
teams.
there.
What if we destabilize one tower with earth, we destabilize another tower with bombs, but it's all underground?
You could. What if you plant
Well,
bombs
so you-
underground under each tower?
You do like one track, but like 2.
Oh, that's a good point as well.
Well, we go
Dig
to one
tunnels and
tower,
plant bombs.
and then we turn, and we go straight towards another tower.
And this is hoping.
But we
that
plant
it's
bombs at the
beneath
first
the
tower,
surface.
and then we go to the second tower, and we blow them both up at the
Fix
same
it.
time.
Uh-huh.
How many bombs do you have, and are
A
they
lot.
capable of being?
I've got a
timed?
lot of bombs.
As many as we need, but well, timing is
we-
difficult.
Buildings are especially
You got finicky
sensitive.
things and-
So if
Yeah,
I were
better
to
go
give,
off and stay
if I
on.
were to give, say, 3 to one of my earthen elementals, could they deposit them at the base of each tower for 3 of them?
How
3 would probably take out
important is
one.
it that these things stay alive?
The earth elementals?
Yeah.
Hardly at all.
We can just crush them in their hands and dogs, but
Oh. We couldn't set a timer onto each bomb.
no,
Okay.
they don't. I don't. No. Although that's a great idea.
Could you
Okay,
work
so
on
we gotta
that,
play-
Sixer?
I also have something I could
Dig
help on
tunnels and put
distraction
bombs
team.
under.
I could
everything?
assist you, my friend.
Just blow up your creatures. It'll be fine.
So, what if I distract from the top side and everyone else
No,
digs
that's-
tunnels
No,
and plants
it's not a
bombs?
solo
that's
act.
me. That's
No,
me
no,
and
not
you.
me by myself. But
I'm
I mean,
driving
split
the
into
vehicle.
groups.
And
We
there
have
is the
some
matter of the
people
vehicles
digging
as
underground.
well.
You were interested in going invisible and playing tricks with the vehicles from the outside. What if we had a team doing that, a team on the inside, and a team
I was
underneath?
only interested in doing that before a head-on assault.
Okay.
If we're gonna be attacking, I'm driving
I don't
the
believe we
named
have
vehicle
any
that we
place
definitely
to
named.
create a
at some point
reasonable
that I'm gonna come up
defensive
with.
Okay.
position.
So 2 groups?
Underground.
Or we
Wait.
all go from
Wait,
underground?
underground, land, and sky.
Well, here.
Let's
Right.
do
We
it all.
could
That's- yeah.
consider it off as like a signal. Like, well, we say it is safe range. You said 300 feet away. That's these vehicles move swiftly. So we could cripple an area like a tunnel and turn, and
use that as a signal to move forward. So we could take out one or two of
Well,
the
that
closest towers.
Frankly, the elementals, if we manage to keep them underground, they have Earth Stride. They can simply glide through the Earth and destabilize without becoming vulnerable themselves.
And we could, use it as a signal for them to rush in as we've crippled one side and
And I'll stab at some of the devils.
I mean, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, anything that prevents them from utilizing their vehicles to their greatest effect is desirable.
Do we know where the bulk of these vehicles are?
In one
The
space.
southwest of their
There's two.
encampment.
So there's kind of two spots.
Like parking lots.
Yeah, there's two parking lots right next to each gate.
Sure. So we don't
Makes
really
sense.
think that they
I mean,
bring their
if we
vehicles
could
inside.
collapse a
They kind
tower-
of leave them parked outside.
At each
They're
gate.
inside the walls.
But they're not.
Okay.
They're not
But it's
far
not
from
a
the doors.
100%. There's some that stay out, there's some that stay in. It's kind of a balance.
What if we were to collapse one tower to prevent them from descending into the middle of the pit themselves?
What if we collapse a tower onto one of the entrances?
Well, I was thinking if we collapsed towers behind the vehicles, behind the parking lot.
That's a good idea.
Trap them in.
Drop a tower next to the gate, and the gate falls. They're all trapped inside, and we can stride forward, and all we have to worry about is the blizzards.
Which appeared to have, from what you've described, incredible power.
Range. We've seen them target the outside.
The
However,
ballistas, but the trebuchets and the ballistas are.
I would prefer to put
Different
as few
things.
of our personal vehicles at risk as possible.
What's the maximum range we can send
Okay.
evocations? That's for all of us.
I mean, honestly,
evocations
as
specifically?
I would prefer to send fewer sending spells as they can be intercepted by the rulers of this
No,
plane.
evocation.
Oh.
So anything bombastic or offensive?
I can get something from 60 feet away max.
Most of us can do fireball.
Oh, I can do 120. I lied.
It's a good
I can
spell, but
teleport
it
a
is,
person
it's
90
more
feet.
of a show than it is of effect to creatures that call this place home.
Yeah, I could either do a moonbeam or a sunbeam, but that's all I've got. The sunbeam might be quite a bit of a distraction.
Well,
I've never tried it.
if we were to take out just the turrets and we had already locked them in, then we could at least get close. We just have to worry about them shooting us.
Heidi has polymorph as well, so if we
With all those Heidi.
high enough, like 9, I think. So I think she could maybe do 2 people if she cast it at a high enough. But I don't know how that helps us. I know you had originally spoken up about the polymorph idea.
Can we polymorph into things, big things that have burrow?
Giant badgers.
Is there something bigger than that?
Not that I
Anything?
currently have access to at a metagame
Dire
level.
badgers?
At a metagame level, not bigger than what I currently have access to with my personal level.
Okay, and you're level 10, so that's the highest of the group.
Yes.
I kind of like the idea of trying to collapse a tower onto one of the entrances, attacking from the ground and attacking from the sky.
So
we
ground
should start.
team, sky
We
team.
should divvy up teams.
I think poking up, personally, from a metagame level, I think poking up from beneath and dropping down is the best.
Right,
If
but
we're to
there
have
should be
gra-
someone distracting from the ground level, which I'm totally fine with. We got these vehicles.
I think if we were to do, like, 3 groups from the top onto towers just to prevent those, and then a large-scale group from beneath in the center, that would be enough of a number of different places to
If
focus
we-
attention. I don't think being outside is going to help us, because outside, yes, it's the distraction, but it's also a very well-guarded distraction.
Right, but like if me and one wizard create a distraction, basically by taking a big vehicle and then making illusions of a couple big vehicles, then the remaining 12 people can attack from the ground in the sky.
Reverse Trojan horse. Never went to horse.
Never went to horse.
They're not.
Because
in
like
it,
I am
but
not
they're
going to be
outside.
super helpful attacking from the ground or from the sky, but I could avoid a bunch of attacks driving the vehicle.
Ignatius sort of like raises his hand, very soft-spoken. Says, I can cast the spell to create more than one vehicle if we need it.
Oh.
See, that's exactly what we need. I think we need
If
to.
we have that, then I guess that's...
The other option would be...
Because what if...
we saw them just take on another band. We could wait until a distraction reveals itself, like an actual...
We don't know
How
what
long
the
could that
frequency. We don't know what the
how long
frequency
that
is.
time
Though.
will be.
There's no guarantee.
Yeah, we could have gotten lucky.
Yeah.
If I were to suggest an entrance, then I would say that we would prefer to block off the northern exit and enter from the south.
Describe to me which what?
I don't know anymore, man.
When
Yeah,
you
my
say
mind
say
is-
every
block
time I
off
ask
the
questions,
northern,
it's
what does
gotten
that mean?
changed.
So if we were to collapse the tower to block off the northern exit and just have the southern, or do we block off the southern and then just have?
We
the
try to
northern?
block off the one that would
That we are
allow
going
vehicles to
towards-
attack us.
Okay, so then the southern.
Right.
If we are coming from the...
Because they would have to drive out and around their traps to get to the south.
To the south, to get to the vehicle that is approaching. Okay.
Sounds like
if
a
we
great plan.
if we take down one tower, then we take out this tower, and is this a tower?
I think that's the other gate.
Oh well, then this tower. If we take out those 3 towers, then there's only 2 towers left wherever the other 2 are. So we take 3, we kill 1. There's 2 left. We use the power we gained from taking the 3. We take out the other 2, and we go from there.
And we take any vehicles and soul coins we can get our hands on.
I'm gonna focus on killing the gnolls first.
Yes, that's always good.
Right.
Sounds
And
like
if you have a
compound
giant,
is
if you have a
made up.
giant ballista to take out gnolls,
Take out the gnolls.
right?
So-
I mean,
So
Teams of 3.
hit the trebuchet tower.
we kill one of them.
I'd say hit the trebuchet tower.
There is
ballista
no
we can-
trebuchet towers. Trebuchets are on the ground.
Trebuchet. Okay. There are 3 trebuchet towers. There are 3 ballistas.
Oh,
So each of the towers.
we take out
have
all the
things.
trebuchet towers then,
What?
because they
Like
have a
onto
range
the
of like a
slate.
mile.
Trebuchet. I would say take out the ballista towers as far as like the people going to them, because the ballista towers have more of a chance of being.
The ballista towers took out the shit like 300 feet away. I'm guessing the trebuchet towers have much longer range.
That's a good guess.
I would also guess that the trebuchet towers have a harder time being turned.
Yes, so they probably
So
won't be
take
able to
out-
attack inside.
So take out the ballista towers, but take out the trebuchet tower on this entrance to block it.
Okay, all right.
Is what
I
I'm
understand
saying.
Well,
that.
I'm going to bed, Nuanen says.
Yeah, I think Nuanen and Val have been
she
arm
packs
wrestling
Grudj
for
and
like
goes, I
6
trust
hours.
your judgment, wake me in the morning.
Yeah, tell me
it's
what you
one
want me to
moment.
do.
One moment. Nuanen, if you would come back, please, just for
She does,
one
I'll get
last
you that.
display.
Yes.
What display?
So, we have Botlin and Grudj, who so graciously decided they might be the distraction for the towers. Or at least,
The collapsing.
correct.
I'm gonna be the distraction.
Right, and we have Ignatius and Peter working on land to create some sort of distraction outside. The rest of us are going to be presumably the flight group, unless otherwise stated.
My understanding was those 2 were to take the bus and create the distraction on the exterior. 6 would come from above to take the baluste, and 6 from below to create a larger central diversion.
I think that maybe we should take the 2 Hell Riders and create the bus.
We only
Yes.
got one Hell Rider.
No, we
Oh.
have 2, don't we?
We have
No.
one Hell. We traded a
We've
Hell
got
Rider.
one Hell Rider, 1 Tormentor, and 1 Hell Bus.
Yeah, we got one Demon Grinder, one
Well,
Tormentor.
We'll take the
and one-
Tormentor and then we'll
Make
create,
2 bikes.
I don't know, a couple more.
2 other tormentors. 3 would be good.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. I was distracted by being.
Oh, we could take the Tormentor.
I was
and then-
thinking that only 2 of
There you
us. I'm sorry. I was thinking that only me and the Illusion Creator were going to make the distraction.
We are.
Everyone else.
Either
Was going-
sky or underground.
Yeah.
So
Or
we're leaving
pot.
the Hell Rider and the Tormentor behind.
Well, here's what I was gonna say before. We could take the Tormentor and then expand its size out to be that of the Scavenger, and then if they were tried to attack us, then we could have at least illusion on our side. They might not be able to hit us.
Are you comfortable with driving and casting?
No.
So maybe we should try to...
I can cast if you drive.
Right, but if we take the Demon Grinder
Then,
and you're casting, then that's the only thing we're taking.
but then it's a 1 in 2 chance of hitting the right thing.
I thought that you might be able to create an illusion for more than just one extra vehicle.
Oh, I
I
think
can
I get what
create
he's
one.
saying. He's saying he can do like Displacer Beast rules.
Essentially,
Or-
like what he's saying is you can take the Tormentor, which is a smaller vehicle. He can make the image of a larger vehicle, so that when you guys try to get struck by the ballista, they don't hit your vehicle.
That's awesome.
Essentially giving you like mirror image
Kind of.
abilities with that vehicle. Which honestly, that's not a bad idea.
It's not. I was hoping to get a chance to use the Wrecking Ball, which could take out another tower.
I think as long as we have control of the balliste and
I can drive the other one if you need. I'm not on the team yet.
Is that Fixer?
Yeah. Oh well. Actually, I was on.
Fixer, I was hoping for some dive bombing.
You could just take them.
You could just take the bombs. They're pretty easy. You pull a little trigger thing and they go off.
Fantastic,
You pull
but
them,
my
squish
plan was
them,
to have
and-
my Earth Elemental destruct one tower and then have Bodlin's Earth Elemental tunnel us up from inside.
Okay. What if you just tie a string on them and you got 2 elementals instead?
We're going to have 2 elementals, but
I know,
that's
but
it.
if you have 1 elemental squish the bombs, that elemental's taken out of the fight.
That's true. I would prefer it be my elemental because I have more capacity.
But
That's how you-
instead of squishing the bomb, you could just tie a string to it, and then you'd have 2 elementals and no dead elementals and a blown up tower.
I think we should leave that too. However, team in
Wow.
the sky, team on the
It's
ground,
getting hard.
team underground tomorrow morning. Our plans in action. And when the dust
Yes.
settles, hopefully we will all be alive.
Here's to hoping.
Here's to sleeping. He sort of raises his cup as well.
Tastes like piss.
Everything tastes like piss.
We take watches.
Stop putting it out.
Why does Avernus taste like hot piss?
I think as
Truly,
everyone is
we
beginning
are
to
in
bed
hell.
down, we'll take a little break here, and then we'll reconvene in a little bit, and then we'll come back.
Yay!
Right?
All this was secret.
I feed him my wood chips from my
So
little
who's taking first watch? We got Guile and
Guile.
you. Is that right?
The
I'm
Cauldron
going
will
to
take
take
first
third,
watch.
but I only need 6 hours of sleep
The dog.
and 4
dog
hours
will
of
take
The
flight
dog's not
activity.
The
So
dog is coming back right now.
Nope.
I will sleep whenever anyone wants me to sleep.
I'm taking third watch.
Okay, sounds good. I'll let the expedition team take first watch then.
Cool. Okay.
It will be, let's say, Guile and Bodlin. Bodlin's just awake, and they are.
You know, he's an old man. He only needs like 4 hours of sleep.
You
True.
are.
Second.
You
second
need less
watch.
sleep as you have less
Sounds
life
good.
left.
After 2 hours, who else is taking
Stop
second
it.
watch? It's you know
Two.
none of you
I
guys.
hope I
right?
didn't spit on you.
Heidi can.
I'll have Vander take it.
Oh, wonderful. And I'll tell him all about our Neverwinter or our Loudwater home.
Your house.
Did you mean roll?
You can roll. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. That's yeah. Yeah. Sure. Why not? Yeah.
That's a better choice.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
18?
18. Sounds good. Okay. Really easy evening. Quiet. Same old. Same old. Doesn't appear to be any movement as your eyes are transfixed on the task at hand and a conversation that
Yeah.
warms your heart.
Cool. I'll go back to sleep.
Sounds good. Third watch. You and you.
That's me,
Awake.
I think. Yep.
Do you, here, I'll,
Nuanen, roll a wisdom check for me.
Sure. Gotta be on all the right pages. Wisdom? 16.
16. Waking up from your trance, again, all the time you've been here, your dreams have really brought you a calm that feels foreign in a way. like
Well, most
suppression.
definitely.
Right.
Well, ooh, like suppression.
Like suppression.
Like something's
Like a disconnect.
a forced calmness.
Yeah. And
What disconnect?
near
I
the
don't like
end
that.
of your long rest, as you're waking back up, you can just feel like the faint emotion of a semi-familiar anguish. I don't know. Mess with your stomach a bit.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
As you wake up from your long rest, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Sweet.
No, you haven't finished your long rest.
Me?
Yeah.
17 plus 7?
Sounds good. Roll a wisdom check for me.
Another wisdom save.
Yeah,
9.
Sounds good. What's your alignment currently?
You put me back. I think it's chaotic good.
Okay.
Because you
Sounds
shifted me to chaotic neutral for a little bit and then we fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so chaotic
Waking up this morning, it's back to a neutrality,
Oh, shit.
and I'll say that your emotions
Okay.
are driving your decisions.
Alright!
I don't see where
Nonetheless, you wake up first. You nestle or nudge Grudge awake in whatever fashion you need to.
Is it our turn
Yeah.
already? Okay.
Sorry.
You may roll your perception checks, your veritable perception checks.
Your hair is kind of
17, dirty 20.
the place.
I'm sorry. Okay. Just.
Nuanen
Okay.
reaches out to tuck a piece of hair behind your ear and then stops.
It's fine.
You both notice on the horizon, you in particular, after about an hour, a plume of dust kicked up from the direction of the camp that seems to be growing towards your direction. About a half mile.
Will,
That's not good.
good morning.
Good morning to you.
You become acutely aware of the vehicles that are parked outside of this crag.
I knew they saw Peter.
I'm just gonna do a real soft whistle
Blame it on you.
into the
Shake
just
a
like
little.
like message cantrip to everybody, just
Yeah.
just to silently like rouse everybody, and then just to Memnon, we have dust approaching.
All of you guys are alert, awake, stirred in your the next few moments. Whoever actually, can I? Because are you making more of a signal than that, or just doing?
No, I'm just trying to message cantrip to specific groups around campfires. Like
You're messaging into their mind.
Yes.
Okay,
Just
I'm gonna
straight
need
to
anyone
them.
who is asleep to make. I need you to make an Arcana check. That's
Sure.
gonna set the DC for your
To stay asleep.
to wake up.
Oh.
Saves, con saves.
So the better he does, the worse we do.
The better he does, the better you do. I'm so dumb. Okay,
You
so
roll.
no, don't. I need for you all just to make con saving throws.
Okay, that's fine.
What's the level of spell?
Message cantrip.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
And what do
I will
we
say
have-
you may do so with advantage.
Do we have to beat
a message?
under or beat over?
I'm setting a DC. You have to mess. He's giving you advantage with the message.
Okay, so no more.
Yeah.
17?
I did
Yeah.
well. 21.
Yeah. Okay. You both wake up. The rest of the group
You were awake.
I was already
Yep.
awake.
And you were awake.
is in varying stages of awakeness. Heidi's out. Bonnie's out.
I go wake up. I'm gonna go wake
I
up.
did
once
also.
Dal is out.
I'm also sending specifically to a
And Memnon is awake.
Groups are
Guile is
coming.
awake.
Who's the guy that was gonna make the illusion?
That
In-
is
Ignatius.
Ignatius.
I'm gonna wake his ass up immediately.
Yeah!
Slap him.
Sounds good. He was already awake by the time you start berating him.
Okay,
Okay.
wake up!
What's happening?
Wake up!
What's
We need
going
an
on?
illusion.
Let me get my bag.
We need an illusion.
Okay, what's happening?
We need to create the the illusion that we are not here.
Yeah.
Make us a rock.
Just flipping through his pages.
Make us into a rock.
Cover all our vehicles in
Yes,
rocks.
that is a problem.
We need to go now.
Ignatius, you're awake.
Ignatius goes to the area and begins to cast a major image over the front of these vehicles to make it look like sand.
We're not here. We're covered. Magic covered.
Okay. You all watch from the periphery of your dugout.
In our bubbles.
The vehicles are coming straight towards you. They're about half a mile out before they continue in your direction, but off narrowly to like the west of you, almost like they're headed beyond you. And there's a tense moment as you see like a pack of probably like about 12 gnolls in 3 different vehicles whiz by, shaking the ground and pushing air with them and dust into your guys' encampment. And a few moments later, you've confirmed you're safe.
Wait.
Long rest.
Grudge lets go of Nuanen's hand.
I don't.
They rolled a 3 perception check.
Oh, and then I
My
go.
long rest.
Fine.
No.
You're done. It's
I should go to
Yeah,
I
sleep.
have my
you know,
sword
the
out,
greatest
like
pass,
ready
it's
to
all
attack
good.
nothing.
This is such a good idea, but I
I'll
need to.
just stay up for a little longer to make sure the spell runs out its duration.
We can go back to bed?
Yeah, everyone else. Good night. I'm sorry.
Wait, doesn't
You're
that mean that
very
the camp
close.
is gone? Right now?
I don't got a lot left in me.
Hey, we need to.
Good night, friend.
We do need to.
It's such a good idea, and I thought of
night.
it, and I was like,
But then
No,
maybe-
but I mean they could
maybe
be
they'll
gone
come-
for the day.
Maybe they'll
They could be gone for a while. It's just worth keeping tabs on. is
Just
all.
keep an eye out for
Let's
them to
keep an
come
eye out.
back.
But I.
all my power
Be safe.
is
I
so
love
drained.
you all. Good night. Mialiki be with you.
Nuana just laughs.
Melody be with you.
Mialiki be
Oh,
with
my
you.
magic.
Go back to sleep, kiddo, and she like tussles your head.
Okay, well.
Go to bed.
Just fall asleep.
Aww.
Hoping to get a long rest.
Not like I needed your permission or anything.
Please, Mr. DM, may I have a
Good night,
long
you little
rest?
shit.
Wait, so that is
You guys, you just go back to sleep.
Watch.
You just
Go.
hear like a
Beans.
little.
You
Like
like
a, Bina, go lay down.
Go.
Go lay down.
Go, babies.
Good girl.
What?
We continue sleeping.
You guys
Sounds
continue
good.
sleeping.
Your guys'
You were doing something.
What? Oh, I told you. I said good night, you little shit.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your watch?
I am a little shit.
I'm gonna keep working on a project.
Lovely.
A little bit
I'm gonna say
carving little
you're pretty alert.
I'm
this
also
time
going to
round.
continue.
Let's give
I'm
you like
also
30
going to
minutes
continue
of
working
your
on my
project.
spell. Just trying to figure out how
healing?
to make the healing part of it work because I got the other parts of it, like the distractions and.
I'm gonna
the,
say
like-
there's not a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah. It's
2
just-
relative 2 hours to like do this after
Okay.
the situation.
Would you say that?
I'm gonna say you
2
guys are
hours-
alert for this.
Yeah,
period.
we're awake.
Huh?
Oh, I was gonna say.
I'll give
would
you
say
30
that?
minutes.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if there's any time in the time that would work.
Yeah, I'll give you 30 minutes. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before your session ends? Before the long list? Before your watch ends? Yeah.
She's just like
whittling.
Almost 8. God.
I'm sorry, I've been grumpy. I've been avoiding you, and I've been trying to keep to myself because I do not feel like myself here.
That's understandable.
Please don't run off and do things on your own here. Because I can't help you when you're alone. And I'm not perfect and I'm not good at everything that I try.
Yes, you are.
But
Grudj, you could change
It
the
hurt-
world with your hands behind your back if you wanted to.
thank you for believing in me. But it hurts me to see you try to do things on your own. So please stop.
I will try to remember to consider that there are others around me. I guess I am used to... Well, I guess it's just what I'm used to.
Nuanen, I don't think it's a secret that you are an incredible woman and incredibly strong on your own. But please don't forget that the four of us love you. And we don't want you to do this on your own because we're all stronger together. You have to choose us as much as we chose you. And I don't...
The thing is, I do choose all of you, but that's exactly what I'm trying to protect by doing things on my own. There are things that I could cause, things that I could do to all of you. It's hard to stand with you, but also protect you from myself at the same time. Or my own problems, or... She like mumbles past.
You're so worried about yourself. And I don't think you see us as clearly as you could. Yes, there are things that you do. I don't know what happened in that forest, but Dax came back bloody. You couldn't hide that. But that was just what you and Dax could do together. You haven't chosen to let the rest of us in. I don't know what... I'm sorry.
Boop. You hear sort of like the tink of glass hitting the ground and a figure shift around in the darkness of this chasm. Or this little crag.
Who dat?
Fixer, go to bed.
You hear the stir of 1,000 legs go into the darkness.
A giant centipede emerges from behind the thing. No, Fixer's asleep in the middle of this mess.
Sorry. I am trying to gauge how much I can lay on all of you. I want to, as you say, let you all in more. But I feel I also sort of have a duty to make sure that if what I'm letting you in on isn't going to smother all of you with it. Or you say you want to know, but sometimes it's only when you know that you realize that you didn't want to know. I guess I'm afraid I am being a coward. I'm afraid that you will not like what you learn. You will not like what you see. You will not like what you find out. You all do not know what I have done or who I have been before Succumber, before swimming down that river. And if you find out, you have every right to decide to walk away, which you very well might. And don't say you won't, because you don't know what it is. I guess I'm afraid that the more I tell you will all grow to look at me the same way that Nolan did when I was holding him over the boat. And I can't bear that. I can't stick around and watch you all grow to fear me, to hate me, to see me for what I am, which you could all judge as, well, not much better, I guess, than some of the people we fight.
Isn't that living, though? We don't get to choose who we care for all the time. We learn more about ourselves and each other every day.
I know.
And
you
if
deserve...
we don't learn part of what draws me to magic is knowing how little I know and understand. And I don't feel like I can grow without knowing. I can't be myself without it.
But what if you don't like the truth? I guess then I need to I guess stop being so weak and realize that that's a very real possibility, that you deserve to all make your own opinions and decisions about me.
I guess I'm less concerned with the past than what you intend to do with it. Because the past is a part of you. It'll never leave. Just like the scars on my shoulders and the scars on you. The scars don't leave. They stay. They're meant to. Because they're lessons, they're teachings, they're differences, they're understandings.
Well,
I would never choose to lose my scars because they're part of who I am. And I hope that the people I care for could love me through them.
We do.
You guys start to hear some of the figures around you rustle. Oh wait. Who's taking fourth watch?
I guess. I said before, we chose you, Nuanen, to be part of us. You have to choose, and really choose, that we get to be part of you.
Peter, you're coming too.
Because I lean up.
I
That's
can't.
not a few minutes rolling.
Your choice. I can't influence it because ultimately it's up to you.
How could you do that?
But
I'm so embarrassed.
I just think that there are some things that I might need to take care of in the future or pretty soon here, and I don't know if you would all agree with what I do, and I don't know if I want you around to watch.
Peter.
that's up to you. But if you ask me, I will use my magic to give you whatever aid I can.
You definitely overhear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You heard the last, 20 minutes of this
I love it.
conversation?
It's the thing where you wake up.
Magic to give aid. Ooh, I know.
But before,
about that.
I need to know something quick. Please roll a wisdom save and a con save for me, please.
wisdom save. That's a 4.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll talk to you in a second. Keep going. Con save.
Con save. Natural 1.
Oh my god.
Girl!
For a 5.
No.
Please take a level of exhaustion, and also this last day, sort of the scorch marks on your back, your friends berating you about
I pretended like it was fine, but it was so bad.
about your
Oh my God.
general hygiene habits.
My hygiene habits have not been normal. Okay, I'm in the desert.
The world that you've been sort of like what am I trying to think of? Like washed around in for the last day, or like for the last few days, is starting to feel like the new normal, and you're starting to feel like a local. And at this point, I'll say that any restrictions you've had beforehand about getting to the ends of whatever your goals are kind of loosened. You are now evil, chaotic evil.
Ooh! Do we all notice that? Does he wake up?
You're still
Shut up.
asleep,
It's a mood
girl.
shift. You don't really like see.
But this is happening as you guys are finishing up your conversation.
I just...
Okay, so
Make your own choices, and I will support you.
I fully failed both checks.
Shut your face.
Shut your face.
Okay, sorry.
Well,
So I'm...
it is sometimes hard to make my own choices when I feel like I have an audience always watching my heart. I try very hard to discern what is my feelings or my opinions versus hundreds of others that are all screaming at me. But it's sometimes getting easier to block them out or to concentrate, I guess, on what I think is myself.
Like I said, I'll give you what aid I can. But you have to ask for it. Reggie hops into your lap. And
Oh, hey, buddy.
good night.
Oh,
I'm gonna go to bed.
Good.
I need to finish my rest.
We'll get to you.
Yeah, go to bed.
Go to sleep.
Good night.
I kind of
my
do
flag.
the.
No!
Full Dracula.
just full crossed
One down
arms.
and
Wait.
one lays down next to me and
Peter,
the
I
other one
have
sits.
like a little piece of stuff that needs to happen
Do
here.
you need to
first.
like tell me in secret?
Yeah,
What's
no.
going on?
So last night when you were asleep, there was a dream that you had, similar to the first dream that you had now. You came to in a cell, very similar to what you had before.
Really short.
Yes, very cold. Walls of frost. Pretty short. There's a door of iron bars and glass. Beyond it is a sort of pseudo laboratory.
This is weird because I've never been cold in my
Shush, shush,
entire
shush, shush,
life.
It's not cold to you. It's just freeze. You can see
But in the
frost.
dream, it's cold.
What? It's like the coldness of a dream. Get to the point.
Cold.
Okay, shush. There's sort of a montage that passes over your mind. Instances. I will say at this point, it's not unpleasant. There's a moment where you're looking through the glass and you see a little child very similar to yourself with sort of a deep, acrid yellow skin tone. And the beginning phases of sort of like twisted, screwed horns. Looks to be about the same age. It has placed a very lopsided stuffed bunny in front of it. It sits there for a moment, not quite knowing what to do.
Don't tell me it blows up. Doesn't
No,
blow
it
up,
grabs the bunny.
right? Okay.
Sort of like looks it over before biting into its neck and ripping it open.
Okay, that's less.
Your vision sort of fades to another day from the
That was
wall.
gonna
It
blow
moves
up.
over into the interior, and you see another child. This one put in a pen with other children. They are given,
Okay. Child like me?
yeah, different colors.
Okay.
Sort of purple.
But they're not like human children getting thrown into cages.
No,
right?
they appear to all
Okay.
be tieflings of varying races.
Okay, so
Um,
this feels weirdly relatable.
However, they are given a knife, and they're sort of looking about the other children, before the vision fades again and it moves into a different scenario. You go through about 4 or 5 of these very odd experiments before you come to in the morning.
Morning, little tree.
Hi. Kind of just like use the weight of my sleeping bag to like. Hi.
Your stiff ass wings because they're all burnt.
Yeah, well, wings are fine. Feel great.
You look like shit.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And I get up and I walk over to the entrance of the cave and I just sit down and start watching. I start working on something that.
Hey, I didn't mean it.
Yeah, I know.
Can I get some perception checks?
I start working on something that nobody's ever seen me work on before.
Is it evil?
Just gone full emo. Just full emo.
He's chaotic evil.
Not to you.
Not
He's
to
your
me.
sweet little Pete.
He's my little baby.
Weren't you gonna be up during the final rest?
I am up.
Girl.
I'm talking. Hey, I'm talking
Make a
to you.
perception
Hey, I'm
check.
talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Fucking teenagers, man.
Yeah, you just write off.
Fuck you, I will be a
Okay,
teenager
you said
soon.
you want a perception to see what you're doing.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah, that would put you in boomer category.
Oh no, it's 7 plus.
I got a 16. What? You got a 7 plus 5?
Yeah.
God, I got a 16 and I rolled a
so,
16.
it's just a 12.
You're distracted.
rolled a
by other
16.
things, the other thing you were kind of working on earlier. But Peter, you notice another volley of these meteors that crash into a nearby
I kind of just like
mesa.
up at the sky.
Not nearby. It's like to the south.
You alright?
Those things. Did you not see what happened earlier?
I sure did.
Okay, well then you should understand.
You were gonna do something stupid and you got struck by lightning.
Okay, no, that's not how lightning works. Just because I was gonna do something dumb doesn't mean I immediately get struck by lightning.
Okay.
The lightning and the dumb thing are not together.
If you say so.
The 2 hours pass rather tensely.
I'm gonna sit
I'm
next
working
to
on
Grudj.
something totally dark and creepy.
Sounds good.
All right, Stan.
Lovely. Is there anything else you want to do
Jesus.
before your watch is over?
Yeah.
I sit very close to Grudj and I pull out the book I was reading before that I stole from him. The
Yeah.
fiction.
You notice that your book is back in your pack.
Twilight.
It's Twilight.
I totally fly up into the air for a little while
Okay.
and then come back down.
Okay. Is there gold in there, or
No, I'm gonna keep doing the thing I'm doing,
do you want to
but
make
I'm gonna
a
get
stealth
away
check?
from the accusatory action.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Do you want to do this stealthily or just out in the open?
You're evil, not
I
dumb.
guess I'll be
Peter.
kind of quiet.
Okay, sounds good. Roll stealth check for me.
Peter.
Thank you.
Natural one.
Did you say you're being really quiet?
God
Really easy to
damn it!
look over.
Peter, why is it so quiet?
that
What are
sounds
you
good.
doing?
Sorry, but all of this talk from you.
You just watch a
really made me
pyrotechnics
upset for
display
some
behind
reason.
him.
I don't know.
What? Talk!
And then I
Talk
fly
for
away.
me?
Love it.
Hey, you get back! Fine.
And then I roll a natural one.
You do your thing. It happens.
Hey, would you change dice, please?
I did. I took
Yeah.
the dice away from
Flick
him.
the page.
You literally took the die I
Is
was
that
rolling.
your watch? You good? Y'all good?
I'm
Everything's
coming
fine?
back.
We're moving forward.
I do
Great.
my
Okay.
beginning of the day shit, and that's what I do.
We're running out of time. Just want to keep the ball moving. I'm so sorry for the amount of roleplay that's happening this evening.
Hey, okay, I love
It's
it.
It's
a lot.
okay.
Juicy,
It's
juicy
good.
roll.
It
It's
is
happening.
great. I do love it. That's wonderful. You're waking up. Everyone's waking up. At the
Cool.
end of your long
Con
rest,
and wisdom.
Con wisdom save. Do the same. I have shit to talk to you about.
Do I have to roll another one to become more evil?
No, you're good. You're exhausted and evil. Just how I want ya.
16. First one, 16.
Okay.
Con.
16? Yeah, absolutely. That sounds great.
Constitution was a 20, like a 19.
That's
What was your
great. I
wisdom?
love that. Wonderful.
Wisdom was an 8.
Wisdom,
Ooh,
23.
that's not good. What's your alignment currently?
Lawful good.
Lawful good? Okay, sweet. You're lawful neutral. Again,
Cool,
that
good.
sort of like guiding light that has been really, moving your actions forward and keeping you from straying into sort of dangerous territory is
Sweet.
obscured by the dark, horrible sky.
I fucking hate it here.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Fucking hate it here.
Great.
And
You're still
I
lawful,
would really
though.
just like people to pay attention to what we need to do.
Great.
I need to kill dogs.
What was your wisdom?
I'm fine. 23, baby.
Dogs?
Gotcha.
I get a plus 14.
Let's see if we can shake that here. I have something to talk to you about. So, during your sleep.
Should the rest of us go?
No, you can stay.
Okay.
During your sleep. Sort of languid space between dreams that you had seen many, many times before. That beautiful, purifying light that brings with it your friend, your terrifying planetar friend.
Yeah, the green man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Valenccya. You don't hear him, or you don't see him, but you hear his voice. And it sort of echoes and ripples across the sentient dream water. He says, "Don't let the light obscure your truth.
Okay.
Cut through." And your vision shifts. Sort of like a wave of leaves, like the auburn falling leaves, almost like fire, burn your sight. And as they do, they carry with them a library that's very familiar to you. No. It's the old VonVail library.
Oh shit.
Where you and your brother spent a lot of time playing.
That
However,
little window alcove with the book seating.
it's darkened, and the fireplace is dimly lit, but there's a figure that obscures it. A man hunched over in your father's work vest. He is facing away from you, and he is shackled to the ground in probably about 10 to 12 different links of chain, and shakes. You feel this sort of fluttering behind your eyes and a heat coming from the room itself. And on the other side of his form, another figure sort of comes out from the back, shaking the chains. It's your brother Vander. He is visibly weeping and shaking at these chains, his hands prying at the locks, trying to open them from your father's form. This same sort of fluttering begins to swallow your vision as beside you these leaves of flame lick at the side of your vision and begin to take hold. He's screaming into an ocean of silence as he's trying desperately to free your father. Your vision is enveloped in flame.
I think at this point I start screaming. Like
It comes back, almost as if time stops for a moment. Those sort of leaves of flame begin to slow and then begin to go backwards, almost as if it's replaying the scene in your mind. This time different. As it breaks, you see your father and your brother in a tense interaction. But this time, the chains are being placed. Your brother is locking your father to the floor. And as it reverses, his form seems to almost dissipate in one with the fireplace before it all erupts into this blinding light. And then you can see amidst your library, torn to ashes, flames licking up the sides of the book, your brother laying down in front of the fireplaces, his books like he's been sleeping strewn around him. It all goes white when you wake up.
I think Val is fully screaming before she wakes up.
Sounds good. Alerted to
I'm
everyone.
on your side.
Oh my god!
How far am I
What
away
the
from
fuck?
I'll say you're in the air. This
And
is
I
when-
feel like I'm probably
I'm in
like
the air.
Yeah,
you
finish
wake
the
up with
thing.
me, you're kneeling at your side.
I dive back
Like
down.
I'm just
So I'm
grabbing
like,
at
run over.
nothing.
Hey.
Your
And I
brother
grab
like
your
braces
forearms.
you two. What's wrong? What's wrong?
I think
It's
I'm
alright,
it's
instantly.
alright.
I
I get it.
I pull
Punch
away.
people.
No, I pull away from Vander. I
Sort of,
think.
like scrabbles back.
When do I show up?
What is happening?
What's wrong? You were screaming.
I just had a bad dream.
Give her space. Everyone give her space.
Did you have a bad dream?
Yes.
Did you, Vander?
Yes, I did.
What did you dream?
I dreamt whiteness like we normally do.
Was I locking our father to the floor?
What are you talking about?
I would very much like to insight check everything in
Yeah.
this moment.
Yeah, I think Val's first assumption would be that she would hope it was like something trying to test her and would hope that.
What's your passive insight?
Not the most amazing 18.
So you dreamt that you were locking your father to the floor, or Vander was?
Vander was, but I'm wondering if they would give
Natural
Vander
19
the same
for
dream
25.
of me, but maybe that. I'm trying to figure
Let's
out
see
if.
it. Staring into your brother's eyes, his eyes are not meeting your gaze, and as he's shaking, he's sort of like, he's lying to you right now. You notice that he is not telling the truth.
Vander, should we go for a walk?
What do you mean? What?
You don't know this.
Alright. But they're just arguing.
We can't trust everything in our dreams. We learned that earlier. He sort of looks at Amnon and like Guile. We don't want to. What?
I need to go for a walk. Nuanen, would you come with me?
Yep.
I grab the broom and I don't go for a walk.
We go for a fly.
Go for a walk on the broom.
We go
you
for a
walk,
fly.
I fly.
Okay.
Get high enough in the air, not too high where we're like meteor levels.
I don't want to be the person that fucks this up. But when do I arrive?
But
you can.
Yeah, I was in that mid weird conversation about like flying away. You're hitting the ground. You're doing your thing.
So are they like flying away before I know anything,
No, we can.
or am I like entering the conversation midway through?
I'll say like you're just there. What time do you want to do this? What do you want?
I want to know if the only thing I see is them two flying out of the cave, or if the only thing I see is the argument and then them flying out of the cave.
I'll say them leaving.
I see them leaving.
Yeah, beginning to leave. As you're
I'm
getting
sorry. I'm too curious. I need to follow what's happening.
Okay.
So
Are you stealthing or do we totally see you?
I totally am quiet about it.
That's
Natural
so funny.
one.
Hi, Peter.
I am totally not acknowledging that you see me. I'm totally stealthy.
Peter, I think Grudj needed help with something back at the cave.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm
He
a
said he
meteor.
was looking for you.
I had.
Grudj was looking for you.
I'm going.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm sorry.
I do need all of your I mean, I just have Nuanen up here, but I'd like to talk to you all about it.
No.
Oh,
Talk
I mean,
to
sure.
Nuanen. I'm fine.
I'm-
when I go talk to
I'm
Grudj.
still in
Whatever
the
you
cave.
want.
Unless you've
Okay.
asked me to come with you, I'm still
No,
in the cave.
I would like to talk to all of you about it, but Nuanen, you might
Alright,
be
alright.
best suited to helping figure out what dreams mean. I see why you hate these now. I did not enjoy that.
Yeah, they're not fun, are they?
Not this one particularly. It started off with the
Okay.
Deva of my family, and I heard his voice, but I didn't see him, and that's not usual. And it was very bright and very white, and then there were fiery leaves, and it played backwards and forwards. And the first time, my father was stuck to the ground, and my brother was trying to help him in the library of my childhood home. And the second time it played back, it rewound, but it was Vander who chained him there.
Were you in your own body?
Yeah.
Were you in a body, or was it more like you were just
I think it would be
observing,
mine.
like you weren't there?
Roll a wisdom check.
Yeah. Wisdom. Oh, just flat wisdom. 17 plus 4. 22.
21.
You were outside of your body.
Okay,
It
so
didn't feel like you. It felt almost like
it wasn't a memory per se.
It's almost like you were looking
Okay,
in.
that's what I'm asking.
from
you,
a
if it
perspective,
feels familiar, feels like a
of
memory.
divinity.
Okay. So like an above the scene kind of view.
Sort of. It just felt. It feels more like
Someone allowed me to see something.
more divine than it was perspective.
The way that it sounds makes it sound more like a.
Do you think I'm being deceived?
How clear did it feel? Did you feel like you were actually there? Could you feel
I could feel the warmth of the fire.
senses
I could feel
or?
the crackling of the books in my family's library as they caught fire. I could smell the smoke. I felt very real, but it's no memory that I have. Is there any way to check the validity of... I mean, I can pray to Mialiki, but she's often
It could be-
silent on...
It sounds to me like something or someone wanted you to see it, whether it's something that entity made up or not, I am not certain. Mine are more like memories. It's
Like a shared memory.
my dreams, even though I thought I'd never been there before, it's actually more like they're familiar. Like everything I see and experience, it feels familiar to me.
This did not feel. The location was familiar. The people in the dream were familiar, but this.
I'll say I'm working off the same check. And this, I mean, your visions are not consistent. They sometimes change in format and type. One thread through all of them is usually your guiding
Valenccya.
Yeah, Valenccya. He was present. His form wasn't different than normal. You heard him. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's possible someone's trying to show you the truth. Or it's possible that
How can
it's
How
been
can this be the
tampered
truth?
with. Can I draw inward for a moment and call on the Greek chorus? And can I disassociate for a moment and turn to the chatter, the voices in my head, and say, "Are you all getting this? Any thoughts?
Okay.
Does this sound like a memory, a spell, something given to her by a god?"
It does not seem.
And
I'm
I
gonna
will.
say,
I don't know what you want me to do for that.
That's okay.
religion,
I got it.
I don't know.
I mean, it's the sea of voices. Consistent words stick out to you. A repeating the question, is this a god? Sort of resounds multiple times. You hear a cacophony of yeses, of no's, of maybes, and don't cares. A voice rings out a bit more clear than the others, husky and low, and it says, "Divinity is never wrong."
Divinity is never wrong.
I would say I have stayed in the cave.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if anything, if there was a move, if it looked like there was a move from Vander to follow, I would have just stepped a half step.
I think he's sort of like looking at everyone and then being like, "We've far too much to do.
Yeah.
Be worried about all of this. It can be getting
I show up.
emotions."
And I'm like,
I'm just
"Hey."
gonna wait.
I think it's possible that what you saw was the truth. You believe in me, Aliki, and you worship, and as far as I know, I think Leaky probably likes you. I
hope so.
I don't see why not, but I guess some of my ancestors are listening to us, and they think that it could be from a deity and that it's of divine origin. They don't think that it would be someone maybe trying to trick you, and even if it was, I think there's still a reason someone sent this to you, and that you should regard it with caution or as truth until you know otherwise.
That means. And all this time, perhaps the betrayal you saw coming was. I don't say. I just look down to the ground at where my brother and the rest of our party congregate.
Looking down, you notice something. A plume of dirt off in the distance, growing closer. A team of about 7 trucks are making their way in your direction.
We zoom
And
down.
with the relative calamity of this morning's distraction, they're about a half mile off.
Valenccya, I would trust your instincts.
The bells of alert are rung amongst your ranks. The plan pivots, and with this, next session, rolling initiative.
No! Can we do it now?
We got an exhausted evil person. We got neutral, we got evil, and we got fucked up. Oh yeah, I'm so excited.